Carbon Dino Basketball on 95.3 The Peak. Welcome to the Carbon Dino pregame show on KRPX 95.3 The Peak. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini.
Good evening and welcome to Carbon Dino Basketball here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play tonight. It's the Lady Dinos taking the floor. It's the Lady Dinos against the Lady Spartans here at Emery High School. It's going to be a good one tonight. It's always great when these two teams play. Right now, the Carbon Dinos sit number 11 in the RPI ranking with a 2-1 record in region play, 8-10 overall. And the Lady Spartans sit number 3 in the RPI rankings with a 2-1 record in region and 9-7 overall. So that's how we sit tonight. It's going to be a good one here from Emery High School. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen bringing you the action. Aiden will be joining me here in a second in the Sutherland's broadcast booth. Sit back, relax, enjoy a game of Carbon Dino basketball. The ladies' side tonight, as we said, against the Emery Spartans. The Dinos tonight coming in 2-1, coming off a win. Their last game with a win in region play to put them 2-1 on the season in the region play. Now the Emery Spartans, they sit 2-1, as we said as well, sitting number 3 in the RPI ranking. The Lady Spartans have sat high in the RPI rankings from the beginning. They've hovered around that 2-3 spot since the RPI rankings came out. And Aiden, even though they did drop a game recently, they still sit number 3 in the RPI.
You know, it always helps when the team you drop the game to was the previous number 3 in the RPI, as was the case when they fell to the Hawks of North St. Pete, 60-54 on the road. So they get one more crack at them. But a top 30 ranking for the Spartans is going to be the story tonight as we go into this rivalry contest. Meanwhile, Carbon have been making their way slowly but surely up in the rankings. They started near the bottom of the ladder at the start of region play, but 2 wins over high-ranked opponents, including the Union Cougars, who at the time was ranked 4th in the state of Utah, in the 3A classification, was able to help bump them up. Now they're trying to get into that single-digit range with a win tonight.
Taking a look at the 3A Region 13 in the girls' side, North St. Pete leads the way. They're 4-0 playing good ball.
Yeah, they are doing an excellent job so far, Sonny. It's a very athletic group we see down in Mount Pleasant, so they're looking to make some noise in basketball.
And the Emery Spartans and the Carbon Dinos both sit 2-1 in region play. Then you have Union 0-3 and Manti 0-3. That's how the ladies' region sits right now. With a huge game here tonight, both these teams 2-1. You want to stay close to North St. Pete, who's 4-0. So huge game tonight. If you had to choose, probably bigger for Emery since they're playing at home tonight. But for either way you look at it, it's a huge game.
Now, time and time again, Sonny, we harp about how important it is to take care of business on your home court, and the Spartans have a chance to do that tonight. But the Dinos, an excellent opportunity to try and steal a win on the road against a heated rival. Going to be a fantastic contest, and again, the winner of this game going to probably put themselves in the driver's seat to try and win this region title, competing with North St. Pete. So a lot on the line as these two teams take the floor.
Yeah, not even being a region game, which is huge. This is a huge game in the RPI rankings as well, because Carbon sits 11. If they could knock off Emery tonight, who sits number 3, they'll move up. And we all know the RPI rankings, that's the thing that puts you in the seeding. So it's a huge region game. It's a huge RPI ranking game as well.
Yeah, you take care of the region, the RPI will take care of you.
Yep.
That's what the Lady Dinos are trying to do. Get into the Spartan Center, take care of business. You know, it's one of those games where despite the atmosphere around it, you're going to be surrounded by fans of either squad on both sides. They're staring over you in this just beautiful arena-style setting, but You got to treat it like it's any other ball game. Go in, take care of business, play it like you would play any other game. You can't let the theatrics, the extra festivities get in your head as you go into this contest, because that's a recipe to put yourself down early in the contest.
Let's talk a little bit about the Lady Spartans. Going to be led tonight. The leading scorer in tonight's game that's playing will be Megan Stilson. She's averaging 10.7 points per game.
Yeah, the Spartans going to be without their leading scorer tonight in Cabry Gordon, so they are going to be turning into the arm of Megan Stilson, 10.7 points per game, as well as Aaliyah Callie, who puts up 11.2 points per game. Those two are going to be the ones who get it going, but a very balanced scoring approach for the Spartans. Right behind them, you have Addie Hurst at 8.1 points and Carly Hurst at 7.5 points a night. So that's a kind of the four you're going to be looking out for to fill that void that the absence of Gordon is going to leave on this team.
Now, the defensive side for the Lady Spartans, good defensive basketball team.
That they are, Sonny. They're a team who, much like Carbon, likes to go into that full court pressure. They like to cause a little bit of confusion. They're going to play hard defense, and they're not going to let you get anything easy. Looking at their stats on the season, they hold their opponents to 43.4 points per game, but they're led by Megan Stilson and Ellie Stilson, who both are averaging a spectacular 3.3 steals a night. That makes up a bulk of the 12.4 the Spartans average as a team. So they force a lot of turnovers. They're not going to let the guards have an easy night tonight. And with an inexperienced group like Carbon has at the varsity level, it could be a bit of a challenge playing against these veteran Spartans.
Well, the Lady Dinos, they're winning games. They're 2-1 in region play. They're not scoring a lot of points. So what do the Lady Dinos need to do against this Emery Spartan team who is aggressive at the defensive side? What do they got to do to make sure they can put the ball in the basket?
Well, you got to make it ugly, Sonny. This game is going to be a lower scoring affair, as have a lot of Carbons throughout this season. You look at their last win against Manti, a 2-point victory coming for the Dinos, 37-35. The Dinos like to get themselves in these low-scoring, gritty affairs. It's not going to be pretty basketball. They like the grind. They like to make this as hard as humanly possible for the opposition to try and score. So we're going to see a lot of tough, hard-nosed defense. That's the style that Coach Blank likes to do. I wouldn't be surprised to see the full court press in effect from the jump. They're going to try and get into that fast, force turnovers from Emery, and try and get as many transition buckets as they can early on to try and build themselves an advantage here in the Spartan Center.
So on the other side of that, what do the Lady Spartans do to try to combat what the Dinos are going to do?
You got to slow down the pace a little bit, because the Dinos try and force you into mistakes. That's the whole idea of the full court press. They want you to speed up, an unnatural speed of play. They want you to be making mistakes that you normally wouldn't. They want to try and accelerate you. So it's important for Emery to take a deep breath and play their style of basketball, play their game. They don't buy into what Carbon's trying to throw their way. And if they do that, Sonny, they'll be able to come away with the victory tonight.
So the last game the Dinos played, they defeated Manti 37-35. The last game that the Lady Spartans played, they lost to North St. Pete 60-54. The last time these two teams met, kind of odd. The Dinos won 60-54, but they split the regular season.
They did, and that was a spectacular game between them over at Carbon High School. Graduated senior J.C. Jensen did a bulk of the damage, but what the team did in that game that helped them defeat the Spartans was they were so efficient at getting to the free throw line and making the most of their opportunities. They took every advantage they could at the line, and they made the Spartans pay. They capitalized on it, and it's one of those things that you feel a lot early on in the season, especially in these rivalry games, a lot of pressure coming your way, but that's not indicative of how the rest of the season will go. It's important to remember that despite the rivalry, despite the theatrics, despite the importance of the region title, this is just one of many games you're playing on this season. Still plenty of time to peak as you enter and approach postseason play.
Yep, Landon's Diesel Service pregame show will take a quick break, and when we come back more, it's the Lady Dinos tonight. And they battle the Lady Spartans here at Emery High School. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 636.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. We've looked at the Emery Lady Spartans. Let's take a look at the Carbon Dinos. Leading the way for the Carbon Dinos so far this season, 9 points per game, is the senior point guard, shooting guard, Bailey Johnson.
And she's really coming to her own over the course of the season, Sonny. She's been putting on spectacular performance after spectacular performance, leading the Dinos in key moments throughout this early slate of region play. She's also been a real vocal leader for this squad. She wants to make sure that these underclassmen on the team are caught in, they're looped into what's happening. She wants to make sure everyone's playing on the same page, and that's what Bailey does so well.
Yeah, and you got a lot of players on this team averaging 3 points per game, and you have one averaging 6 points per game as well.
Yeah, now you have a list of scorers, Sonny. Malia Smith, the sophomore sensation. We knew her from the soccer field, now making her way to the hardwood. She's the second leading scorer on this team with 6.4 points per game, but she also conducts the offense. She's a typical floor general when she brings the ball down, always looking to find the open teammates. And you mentioned that all these players averaging 2-3 points a game, all of them are liable to go off at any given moment. We've seen great games from Harley Hopes, from the likes of Kayla Jones. We've seen people go off in moments where it's been really needed. So if the Dinos can have one of those nights from one of these players, I think we're in for a pretty interesting game.
Yeah, Bradford averaging 3.2, Morley 3.2, Nelson 3.5, Bowman 3 points per game, Orth 2.9. So it's really hard when you play the Dinos, even though they're not scoring a lot of points on the offensive side. but it's really hard to shut them down because everybody and anybody can put the ball in the basket. They take their time on the offensive side. They're not a team that cares if they score 70 points a game, but when they have so many people that can put the ball in the basket, you really got to play tough defense.
That's right. It goes back to that slow grinding approach that we talked about. That's how the Dinos like to play this. You're going to see them break it. If they're not on the fast break, they'll bring it up the court and set up into a half-court set, and you're going to see it take 20, 25 seconds off that 35-second shot clock. Things are going to continue to tick down and down and down, and the more they can limit the time of possession for the Spartans, I think that works very heavily into their advantage today.
Absolutely. So we have an interview that we're going to play for you here on the Landon Diesel Service pregame show. We talked about the Lady Spartans. We talked about the Lady Dinos. Got your opinion on what both these teams need to do tonight to come away with an important win. Both teams sitting 2-1 in region play. We got one team, North St. Pete, sits 4-0. So the team that wins this game tonight stays in touch with North St. Pete. Team that loses this game tonight, they fall 2 games behind.
Yeah, you kind of take destiny out of your own hands. A winner will be able to kind of steer that ship and control their destiny in terms of a region title.
So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the interview for you, and we'll continue things here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's the Lady Dinos and the Lady Spartans coming soon here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen going to bring you the action here tonight from the Spartan Center at Emery High School. The Lady Dinos 2-1. The Lady Spartans 2-1 in region play. Big game tonight for the Dinos. They sit number 11 in the RPI, and the Lady Spartans sit number 3 in the RPI. So a big game here tonight. We have an interview, Aiden, that Jordan did with Coach Blank earlier today, and we're about ready to play that.
Yep, let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
Joining us right now over the phone, we have Carbon Lady Dino basketball coach Jordan Blank. Coach, great to get you back on today. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, Coach. I know it's a big one tonight as Carbon gets set to take on Emery. And when you look at the region standings and the way things are situated right now, there's essentially 3 teams that still have a chance of climbing up to the top and you know, truly having a crack at this thing. And 2 of those teams just happen to be Carbon and Emery. That makes it a lot of fun when these 2 teams get together.
Oh, I mean, you have the rivalry, and now you get some added points there of region play and who wants to be top dog in region. And so and there's a lot on the line. Our girls are looking forward to this game, and I'm sure they are too. You got to love rivalry games. And our biggest thing we always tell them is, look, we're hunting for a region title right now, and a rivalry game right in the mix. Like, there's nothing better than that, and go enjoy the moment.
I'm sure you've got to be thrilled with where you guys are at. I know there was a slow start to the season, and you and I had talked about that a few times. It was going to take a little bit to kind of find the footing. But, Coach, really the second half of the season is looked like a completely different team. And I know you and I had an opportunity to talk about that last time. But, I mean, really, since about that midway point in December, it seemed like the girls have just played better basketball.
They have, and I mean, they're finally getting their shots. They know what shots we're looking for as a coaching staff, and they're looking for those opportunities. I think we're getting more paint touches. We're doing a better job moving the basketball, getting inside-out looks. And then the big thing is, like, the chemistry's finally there, and if you can have some good chemistry on the court and just know where girls are going to be and who likes to cut and who likes to, flash down and fade to the corner, those things all matter. And so we're doing a great job with that right now. Now it's just, let's keep the energy and our defensive effort up, and good things are going to happen.
Let's talk about region play and the way it's gone. A couple of very, very close games. A 1-point win over Union, a 2-point win over Manti. We can talk about North St. Pete in a moment, but Coach, I want to get your perspective on those two razor-thin wins and what that can do for a team.
Oh, my goodness. It's momentum. And, I mean, we sit there and say how important momentum is during a game, but even throughout the season, you get some close wins. Whether you play good or bad, a win's a win. And so, I mean, the momentum helps a ton going into another week and saying, hey, we're good under pressure. We're good to do these things. And then when you get to these big games like tonight against Emery, we've been in those pressure situations before. Girls have an idea of plays that we'll run or situational things like, we had the situation of Taylor dribbling out the basketball as a freshman. She knew right then, like, hey, I'm not going to go get a layup. I'm going to dribble ball out. And so if we can get them in those situations where they can go learn and do that, great things are going to happen. And credit to Union. They're a great team. Manti, they're scrappy as could be. And so our region is loaded. And the more time we get and the more film we get on these teams, I think the better our girls will be.
Then we have the loss to North St. Pete, kind of sandwiched in between those two wins, Coach. And this was a game where you guys were really competitive with a pretty good basketball team. I mean, it's a 1-point game at the end of the first quarter. It seemed like the second and third, they kind of found ways to create some space, and maybe it was a little bit more methodical, right, than what we had seen in the other two games. But what went wrong for you guys in this loss to North St. Pete that you can kind of get back to square one and say, look, if we fix this, there's a good chance the outcome's a little bit different?
Well, and I thought, for 3 quarters we did really well at attacking rebounds and doing those things, and then we just got a little lazy. And that's when you play a good team like St. Pete, you've got to play 4 whole quarters. You can't take off any time at all. And credit to them, and they're really good. Like they would be defensively, they'd be in a 1-guard set, so we'd go to a 2-guard front, and their guards just knew what we were trying to do, so they'd even it out and just kind of match us up that way. And so our girls are starting to understand, okay, like, we don't want to be in the same front as their defense, and how do we play numbers that way against them? And so if we can keep doing those things and go back and watch film, I mean, anything can happen at region, and our girls learn a lot. They're always willing to ask questions and to get better, and so that's something we continue to look at. And hopefully we go to their place with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder and say, hey, we're gonna go win one at your place, and that's hard to do in region.
Again, Coach Jordan Blank at the Carbon Lady Dinos joining us right now. Coach, let's jump over and talk about tonight's game in Emery. Again, same record, 2-1 region play. Their one loss comes at the hands of North St. Pete. That game was on the road. A little bit of a different Emery team. I think when you take a look at how North St. Pete can beat you, they got a couple of girls that can score at really high levels. Emery is more balanced, and I'm sure you've noticed that when you take a look at this team.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, they've got some height to them, but their guard play is phenomenal. And so, but I think, we match up pretty well with Emery just because we've got a great post player in Hartley, and then our guards are great around the perimeter, and they're scrappy. And so I think it'll be a hard-fought game where, it's one of those rivalry games where things just have to play out your way, and we've got to keep our emotions in check and just one possession at a time against them.
Typically, you only get this game at Emery once a year, right? I mean, that's kind of the way it works. You get to see this team twice a year unless something weird happens in the state tournament. It's an environment, Coach, that is kind of like no other. And I think this gets brought up all the time. When you look at Carbon and Emery, it's the closest simulation to a state championship game that you can get. You have two communities that really come together, and I think some coaches, they'll try to stray away from that rivalry matchup and maybe try to downplay it a bit. But for someone like yourself who has been so ingrained at Carbon High School really over the course of his life, it seems like you always embrace that, and you try to tell the kids it's a good thing to have these kind of games.
Oh, it is. And, I mean, you look back, and when it's all said and done, these girls will look back, and that'll be one of their fun memories that they have. I mean, I still talk to some former athletes from last year, and they talk about our game against Emery at Carbon where we beat them. And so it's always something the girls look for on the schedule. And so it's like, you know what, why not? Let's look forward to it. Let's embrace that. Let's bring the energy and the momentum to that. I think that's a valuable thing. And at the same time, we can't underestimate them because it is a rivalry game and they want it just as bad as we do. And so it's just a matter of putting ourselves in situations and you know, we're lucky here in Carbon and Emery County to have the support we do. We go to a lot of away tournaments and places, and there's not a lot of fan support there. And so everyone's always loving the support when you go to Carbon or Emery County. It's a loud environment. Our girls are used to it, and so it just brings out the best in these girls every single time.
You did mention the lineup and what it could kind of look like against Emery. Post-play, Aaliyah Cowley, Harley Hopes. I mean, I think that right there is kind of a marquee matchup in tonight's game, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think you have two of the best post players in our region going after each other tonight. And so Harley always loves playing a post player that's a little bit taller than her. She kind of puts a chip on her shoulder and says, I'm going to do my job and try and shut her down. And so I look forward to seeing that matchup. And then at the guard level, I mean, anything can happen. I think both benches are deep, and so it's just a matter of who wants to get out and who can score easy baskets.
As far as the guard play is concerned, I know last year Megan Stilson, she found the way to get to the foul line against Carbon. I mean, she can be very aggressive in getting the ball to the rack. Coach, how do you handle a player that is so good going into the teeth of the defense and actually getting to the rack?
Yeah, I mean, that's our big thing is how do we handle them, because you go man, she's so athletic, can get to the hole pretty easy, and so you can do that. But then if you go zone, now you got to give up a corner three to one of the Hurst twins, and so it's kind of give or take. What are we feeling like in that moment? What's happening? Where are they hurting us? And kind of adjust that way. But I think, you know, we've got Emma Bowman and Elsie Morley that do a great job defending guard play, and they've done a great job all season with some of the best guards around. And so I think if we can just kind of frustrate her and show her that, hey, we're here, we're going to poke you, we're going to be right there, make it difficult for her, I think good things can happen that way. But I think the more we change the defense up and just don't let them get comfortable, I think that'll help us out quite a bit.
It is go time. I mean, this is the final game of the first go-around of region play, which means we essentially have 3 weeks left in the season, Coach. Between now and then, where do you feel you guys can make the biggest improvement and make some hay as we get set for the state tournament?
The biggest thing is, you know, little shots. You know, our small in the key, I think we kind of rush those a little bit. I think we can finish a little bit better and know that contact's coming and just play through the contact. Sometimes I think we kind of shy away from that. And I think the more we do that, it'll just help us. Not only that, but we struggled against St. Pete, and it kind of showed we'd miss an easy shot, and then transition-wise, they'd go in and get an easy layup. And so I think that's kind of our biggest thing is knowing we got to finish and be better percentage-wise around the hoop. That'll be our biggest thing. I think our team chemistry right now is great. Our bench is always engaged. They're active. There's a lot of talk and communication. And so I think just kind of making sure the little things are done right and making a big emphasis in that. And going down the stretch, it's always the little things that matter.
Coach, it's always fun to get you on, always fun to talk about the Lady Dino program. Best of luck against Emery and the rest of the way in region, and I know we'll see you at the game here tonight. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Jordan. Appreciate everything you guys do.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Step inside the brand new designer home interior showroom on Main Street in Spanish Fork. Everything you need in one place. Hardwoods, LVP, carpet, cabinets, countertops, window coverings, furniture, rugs, and accessories. They carry all the major brands you know and trust. Plus, with professional designers on staff, you'll get the experts to bring your vision to life. Visit dhifloors.com today and request a quote. Designer Home Interiors, where design and style come together under one roof.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Or can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Basketball. Lady Dinos tonight here at Emery High School. Tomorrow night, the boys take the floor. It'll be against Emery at Carbon High School. So 2 games back-to-back against the Emery Spartans. Doesn't get any better than this, Aiden. The starting 5 first for the Emery Spartans. The starting 5 tonight will be the senior averaging 7 points per game, number 2, Carly Hurst. Number 4, the senior averaging 8 points per game, Addie Hurst. Number 12, averaging 10 points per game, the senior Megan Stilson. Number 14, the junior averaging 3.4 points per game, Skylie Guyman. And number 34, the junior averaging 11 points per game, Aaliyah Cowley. And that's the starting 5 for the Emery Spartans. John Famalo, the head coach for the Lady Spartans. Starting tonight for the Carbon Lady Dinos, number 2, senior Emma Bowman. She averages 3 points per game. Number 12, averaging 2.9 points per game, the freshman Kayla Orth. Number 13, Malaya Smith, the sophomore, averaging 6.4 points per game. Number 14, averaging 9 points per game, Bailey Johnson. She's a senior. And the senior, number 22, 3.9 points per game, Harley Hopes. And the head coach is Coach Blank, and that's the starting 5 for both teams. We're about ready for basketball. I'm ready.
I'm ready too, Sonny. And the marquee matchup you're going to be looking for tonight is between Aaliyah Cowley, the junior, and the senior for Carbon, Harley Hopes. Those two, probably some of the best centers you're going to see in this region. They're going head-to-head tonight. Whoever can win that battle on the low block, Sonny, I think it's going to be the team that can come away with the victory tonight.
Want to thank Coach Blank for coming in, talking to Jordan earlier today for our interview before the game tonight. Coaches are just great to work with, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're spectacular.
They make it easy. We're ready for the start. The Dinos will go left to right on your radio dial, wearing their blue uniforms, white numbers. Emery goes right to left. White uniforms, black numbers. Jumping will be Cowley. She'll be jumping up against Harley Hopes, and we're ready to go. We are underway, controlled by Emery. They have the ball first. Hurst with the ball. Down low it goes. Turnaround shot from 10 off the glass, and good. Cowley with a tough shot. Off the right block, just outside the right block, 2-0 Spartans.
Yeah, head right in her face, and it doesn't matter. She's able to bank it in, using her angles to get to work.
Dinos with the ball for the first time. Jump ball. It belongs to the Dinos.
That was an excellent job reading the play by Megan Stilson, again leading this team with 3.3 steals a night. Almost comes up with her first of the evening as Hopes just gets a little too low and loose with it.
Dinos will throw it in on the baseline. In it comes. Smith kicks it outside. Orth back to Smith. Jump step down in the paint. Hope shot up, no good. Rebound, Emery. Lady Spartans will bring the ball up the floor, getting the rebounds Guyman. Ahead it goes to Hurst. Addy down underneath. Point blank shot, good. Powley with 2 baskets. That second one was way too easy, and it's 4-0 Lady Spartans.
You know, she's seen the best of both worlds now, Sonny. She had the tough contested shot and then the nice up and in. And another jump ball forced by the Spartans, this time coming in on a collapsing trap. You saw the likes of Addie Hurst and Megan Stilson coming down to wrap that one up before the Dinos could really cross half court.
Stilson with the basketball, picked up there by Bowman. She'll go to the right side, keeps her dribble alive. Down low once again. Battle for the ball. This time Carbon comes up with it. Scramble for it. Out of bounds. Goes to Emery. And nobody really had possession of that ball. It was kind of getting batted around. Last touch by the Dinos. Emery with it across from us.
You know, Orth was moments away from securing it, but ball bounces off her fingertips at the last second. Goes rolling out along that neutral sideline.
In it comes. Down low. Back to the basket. Shot on the baseline. Good again. Powley has 6. She's 3 for 3 from the field, and the Lady Spartans have a 6-0 lead. Dinos got to get something going.
Well, Sonny, right now the entire Dinos team is barbecue chickens. They come up with another steal. Carly Hurst blows the layup, though.
Had a layup, couldn't get it to go. She got the steal, couldn't get the layup to go, and it'll be Dino basketball.
It was a good job by Bailey Johnson, not giving up on the play, able to secure the rebound and limit offensive opportunities for the Spartans. The first miss that we've seen from Emery this contest. They started out a perfect 3 for 3. That missed layup brings them to 3 to 4, but the defense remains electric.
Across the half court, the Dinos with the basketball. Smith gives it off to Orth on the baseline left. Bounce pass to Hopes in front of the basket. Won't go. Rolled around, just wouldn't drop. Cowley with the rebound. Both teams have the same strategy. It looks like they want to get the ball down low.
And I told you, son, it's going to come down to that battle in the paint. Right now, Emery dominating.
Stilson, cross-court pass. Now down low to Cowley again in the paint. Shot. Good again. 4 for 4, 8 points. 8-0 Spartans.
Well, Sonny, you got to try and do something different now. You've tried 4 straight possessions where the ball has been in the hands of Aaliyah Cowley, and she's been able to score on all 4 with the defender in her face, wide open. She really has just been dominating this game. She's been tearing apart the interior defense of the Dinos.
Well, she had the one shot from about 10, but everything else, she's getting positioned down too low. They gotta keep her away from the basket. Dinos with the basketball. Perimeter passing. Smith swings it over left side. Johnson, cross-court pass to Bowman. Bowman finds a little gap. Over to Orth. Orth back to Smith. Ball knocked away, saved by Smith. Shot clock 1. Shot clock violation for the Dinos. That's excellent defense by the Lady Spartans. Turnover number 3 for the Dinos. The ball goes back to Emery.
Excellent.
Timeout, Carbon, I believe, yes. Coach Blank says, we got to get into a groove here. We're not in a groove at all. They don't look comfortable at all so far early on in the game.
Excellent defense from the Spartans on that last possession. Poor awareness coming from the Dinos. You can see Bailey Johnson trying to say, hey, we need to get something up. We need to put up a shot. But Malia Smith instead opts to dribble it up, try and reset the possession. And it creates a little bit of chaos as Emery forces the shot clock violation.
Well, that's a good timeout by Coach Blank.
It's a necessary.
Because you do not want this game to get out of control. It's 8-0. So far, all 4 baskets, all 8 points scored by Cowley in the paint except the one that was outside. So they got to try to figure out a way to slow her down. But a great timeout for Coach Blank to try to get some rhythm and get the momentum changed a little bit, because right now it's all Lady Spartans.
No, right now with Cowley, she's playing very well on the interior. You have to make her uncomfortable. It's like what teams have started doing to Iowa State with Audie Crooks. She was a dominant force in the paint, but now they're starting to exploit that. They're trying to keep her outside in a position where it's not as favorable to her.
Hurst with the ball, cross-court pass, goes to Addie Hurst. 3-point shot short off the front of the rim. Rebound Smith. Here come the Dinos. Fast break, try to get something going. Lady Spartans get back on defense, and the Dinos will have to set up. Good job by the Spartans to get back on defense. Johnson with the ball. On the left side, down to Hopes, out to Smith. Gives it to Bowman. Bounce pass down to Hopes in the paint. Shot up, no. Knocked away and controlled by the Spartans, and they'll come down the floor with Addie Hurst. Head to Stilson. Stilson finds a little gap down underneath. Shot on the baseline, whistle and a foul. Cowley got the ball on the baseline, put up the shot, whistle and a foul. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 8-0 Spartans. She's going to try to make it points 9 and points 10 for her tonight.
And at this point, it's worth trying the hack-a-shack method. You need to try and find a place where she's not going to be able to capitalize on these opportunities, and it pays off on the first shot as it goes off the front of the rim, but you just can't let her continue to get easy shots underneath. You need to send some messages. You need to make sure that she's not getting too comfortable in the paint, which so far has been the case.
First free throw, no. Second free throw, yes. She has 9. The Spartans have 9. It's 9-0. Dinos with the basketball. Smith with it. Picks up her dribble. Still in the backcourt. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson with the turnover for the Dinos, number 4. Carly Hurst steps in front of the pass.
Yeah, second steal of the game for Hurst. The only player on both teams who's come up with a steal thus far.
Pass down once again to Cowley. Whistle. Foul on the ground on the Dinos.
And like I said, it's something you got to do at this juncture of the game. You can't let her get into her groove. You got to do everything you possibly can to disrupt her. And if that means getting a little physical, scrapping down low, then that's what you got to do.
Bradford comes in for Hopes. Down low, knocked away by the Dinos that time. Picked back up by the Spartans. Shot up by Carly Hurst. No good. Rebound. Lady Spartans get another chance. And then a turnover out of bounds. It goes through the hands of Addie Hurst. Turnover number 1. Score remains 9-0.
Well, Sonny, the difference maker though so far has not only been the paint presence, but the offensive rebounding they've done underneath. Emery with 2 offensive boards. Carbon with 0 and a total. Emery's out rebounding the Dinos 4-2.
Pass a half-court stripe whistle. Carbon stepped out of bounds. Smith stepped out of bounds. Good defense. They kind of put her in the corner. She steps out. Turnover number 5 for the Dinos. 9-0 the score. Checking into the ball game for Carbon will be Nelson. Coming out of the ball game will be Smith.
It was an excellent job by Hurst, Carly Hurst, setting up and kind of forcing her into a no-win situation. Either she's going to get called for the charge or she's going to dribble out of bounds.
Perimeter passing for the Lady Spartans. Hurst takes it inside, kicks it out to Addie Hurst. Shot no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll go to the Dinos. So a couple of empty possessions for Emery after scoring on their first 4.
And it goes off the hands of Skylee Guyman. She has 1 rebound in this game, was looking to make it 2 there, but that's where she is so lethal, is the offensive rebounding game. That time just unable to corral it.
Dinos break the pressure this time. Give it over to Johnson on the right wing. Now goes on the baseline. Ball stolen. Turnover number 6. Carly Hurst for the basketball down the sideline with the steal. Kicks it outside to Stilson. Back to Hurst on the baseline. Shot up, out of bounds. It'll stay with Emery on the baseline.
Well, of the 6 Dinos turnovers, Sonny, Carly Hurst been responsible for 3 through steals, as well as that force out of bounds for a 4th. She has been a nightmare for the Dinos to try and get around.
And it comes to Stilson. Into the paint. Shot up. No good. Whistle and a foul. To the free throw line goes Megan Stilson.
And that's one thing head coach John Fumalo of the Spartans has done so well, is instill discipline in these girls. You look at the foul differential, makes it 3-0 in favor of the Spartans, sitting at 0 so far. But they have all those steals. They've been playing fantastic defense. They're not going for anything overly reachy. They're not doing anything to get that whistle blown against them. And that's going to come into their favor in a major way as they can continue to lay down the pressure.
First free throw, no good. 1 for 3 as a team. Second free throw, good. 2 for 4 as a team. Addie gets her first points of the ball game. 10-0. Lady Spartans with the lead. Dinos with the ball. Down the sidelines. Bradford puts up a shot on the baseline. Air ball. Scramble for it underneath. Bowman comes up with it. Knocked out of bounds, and the Dinos will have it on the baseline.
It was an excellent job scrambling for it by Bowman. Able to corral it. Gets tipped out of bounds, but gives the Dinos a second chance at life.
Nelson will throw the ball in for the Lady Dinos. Kicked out of bounds. They'll do it again.
Well, Nelson definitely had a height disadvantage trying to lob it over the top of the much taller Skylee Guyman. Also, a very talented jumper, a track and field star through and through.
Johnson with the basketball, tip of the key. Gives it to Bowman, back to Johnson, three-point shot. Air ball. Saved by the Carbon, out of bounds. They did not save it, and it will be Emery basketball.
Well, and Sonny, this is one of those games where you don't want to airball in the slightest because you're going to be hearing it from multiple angles.
We said that Emery plays good defense. The Dinos really have not got a good look at the basket. Down low it goes to Callie. Ball stolen. Fast break the other way. Here comes Bradford. Lane to the floor. Off the glass. Can't get it to go. Johnson with the rebound. Scramble for it on the ground. Jump ball. Controlled by the Dinos. Arrow goes to the Dinos, so they'll have the ball on the baseline with 2:21 left to play in the first quarter. And Emery leading 10-0.
Well, that was the Dinos' best look at the basket here in the first quarter, and they just were unable to convert. Bradford unable to get it up and in.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Stilson. Dinos will throw it in right in front of the Emery bench. In it comes. Bowman picks up her dribble, double team. Gives it down to Bradford on the baseline. Reach foul on Emery. It's going to be on Cowley.
You're getting a little too physical on that one. She recognizes that, looks to Coach Famalo. They're trying to get her to calm down, but you can see it clear as day up here, Sonny. That was going to be whistled a foul one time or another.
Yeah, they don't want her getting in foul trouble. That's for sure. Down to Nelson on the baseline. Cut off. Gives off to Cartwright, who checked into the ball game and scores. Cartwright gets the first basket for the Lady Dinos. Comes in off the bench and makes her presence known immediately. 10-2, whistle and a blocking foul on Nelson.
Nelson just couldn't get her feet set in time as they watch Stilson barrel down the floor. Just couldn't get fully set. Instead of getting the charge she was looking for, gets baited with the foul. Fourth team foul against the Dinos.
And it comes down low. Cowley shot up and in. Cowley has 11.
Well, that was an interesting strategy, Sonny. You put two shorter players on Callie, and she's able to just throw it over the top of both of them.
12-2. Nelson swings it over to Bradford on the wing right side. Back outside to Nelson between the circles. Looks over at Coach Blank. They set the offense. Swing it over to the left side to Morley. Back to Nelson. Over to Bowman. Back to Nelson. Shot clock is 10. Bowman with the ball. Bounce pass down low. Shot up and partially blocked. The shot by Cartwright. It goes out of bounds in Emery basketball.
That was a great job by Callie. That time she learned from her mistakes. She went straight up, was able to kind of volleyball tip it down. Keeps points off the board for the Dinos. Keeps herself out of foul trouble.
Minute 10 and running left first quarter. 12-2 Spartans. Down in the paint. Stilson has the ball knocked away. Whistle. Foul on Emery. Foul's going to be on Megan Stilson. It'll be her first foul, second team foul for Emery. Ladies taking the floor tonight, the Lady Dinos. Tomorrow night we'll be back at Carbon High School where the boys will battle the Emery Spartans. Back-to-back nights, great basketball. Here on 95.3 The Peak. I'll tell you how you can watch here in a second. Next dead ball. Nelson with it. Drives inside, picks up a dribble, swings it over to the baseline. Cartwright goes to the ground, back to Nelson as she picks it up. Nelson in trouble, whistle and a reach foul.
And Emery's running that aggressive trap again. They pick up their third foul in about the past minute and a half with 42 seconds left, though. He can really keep on that aggressive style until you get that fourth.
Ellie Stilson checking in. Yeah, I think there's been a couple of times where they've committed a foul where they really didn't need to. I mean, the offensive player was in a position in trouble anyway, and he kind of bailed him out.
And a jump ball called off the inbound. They tried to find the likes of Natalie Cartwright, but Ellie Stilson makes her impact felt immediately, ties it up off the pass, and gives Emery the ball back with 38 and ticking.
Turnover number 8 for the Dinos. 5-second difference, shot clock, game clock. 12-2 Emery. Stilson down in the paint. Shot off the glass. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Bradford. She's played good since she's been in the ball game. Bowman takes it all the way. Stops from about 10. Kicks it outside to Nelson for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound Emery. A lot of reaching. Whistle and a foul.
Well, the three-pointers, Sonny, not necessarily the Dinos' best friend. They're going chalk for chalk with the average across the nation of 23%, but that marks their 387th three-point attempt of the season. They've only been able to capitalize on 76 of those.
Team foul number 5, free throws for Stoker, averaging 3.4 points per game. The junior at the free throw line for the first time tonight. 11 seconds left first quarter. 12-2 Spartans. First free throw up. No good. 2 for 5 as a team for Emery tonight from the line. Carbon, yet to shoot a free throw.
Well, if there's going to be one stat you nitpick from this fantastic first quarter, it's going to be the free throws. You got to be able to hit at least 70% of those.
Second free throw is up and good. First points of the ball game for Stoker. Here come the Dinos down the floor. Cartwright. Bounce pass out of bounds. Dinos will get it underneath their own basket. With 4.8 seconds left to play, it's 13-2.
She tries to hit the smooth slide by pass, but instead goes off the toes of the Spartans, and now they have to set up on the E of Emery on the baseline.
Bowman throws it in to Nelson. Deep three. No good. Rebound comes down to Stoker, and that's how the first quarter ends. We played one here at Emery High School. Lady Dino basketball here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. It's Emery 13 and Carbon 2 when we come back.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electrician, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back. Carbon Dino Basketball 95.3 The Peak where the Dinos play. You can also watch and listen to our broadcast on KSL app, and
you can also find it on YouTube at Castle Country Radio Carbon. Not only are you going to have access to this game, Sonny, but you're going to have access to all of the Dinos athletic contests throughout the season, dating back to football. It's a great way to watch and keep up with Dinos athletics on your own time, and it's powered, Sonny, by Castle Country Radio.
So after one, it's 13-2.
You know, the last girls' game we did, Sonny, was for USU Eastern. I was expecting to look up and see a 10 on that clock. It's a bit different on the high school level, but, you know, it makes for a much faster-paced game for the most part. Well, you look at stats, Sonny, and Emery has dominated defensively. They've come up with 3 steals and a block. Carbon has just struggled to find an answer in the half court.
Yeah, 8 turnovers for Carbon. It goes to Hopes. Hopes kicks it outside to Bradford. Bradford to Morley. Nelson for 3. Off the glass. No. Offensive rebound. Shot up by Morley. Good. Morley with the offensive board and the putback. 13-4. Dinos trailing by 9. Emery with the basketball. Stilson swings it right side. It goes to Ellie Stilson. To Megan Stilson. Over in the corner. 3-point shot. No good. Whistle and a foul.
That was an unnecessary foul, Sonny. Shot was up in the air, and it was already looking like it was off. Instead, Nelson comes in, a little gut check with the elbow, sends Stilson soaring to the ground, but she'll get a chance at redemption with a trio of free throws coming for Emery.
Carly Hurst at the free throw line to shoot 3. Free throw. Good.
That was Emery's biggest flaw in the first, was the inability to capitalize on their chances at the line, but now looking to turn over a new leaf in the second quarter.
Free throw number 2, high arcing free throw, no good. One more free throw for the senior.
Well, if you can force a 1 of 3 here, you can argue that it was a pretty good foul.
No good. So 1 out of the 3, and the rebound comes down to Hopes, and here come the Dinos the other way. Johnson with the ball, gives it to Bradford, back to Johnson, 3-point shot, no. Won't go. Tipped around, controlled by Emery. With the board this time, Megan Stilson. She'll bring it up the floor down the right side. Picked up there by Johnson. Stoker back to Stilson. Megan. Cross court pass to Hurst. Down low to Stoker. Whistle and a foul on the ground. I think it's on Hopes. It is.
You look at rebounds, Sonny, and that's something that Emery has done spectacularly throughout the night. Nearly every player who has touched the floor for the Spartans has come up with a rebound, a very balanced effort coming for Emery so far in the contest.
Harley's first. Second team foul. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound comes down to the Dinos. Hopes with the rebound, hands the ball off to Nelson. She'll bring it up the floor. Past the half-court stripe, picked up by Stilson. Swings it left side to Johnson. Back to Nelson. Over to the right side to Morley. They play catch 3-point line. Nelson back over to Johnson. Fakes the three. Moves inside. 10-foot shot baseline left good.
That's what
Johnson has her first points of the basketball game. 6 for the Dinos total, trailing by 8.
That's what Johnson does so well. The little shot fake on the wing, the drive in, and the shot from the short corner. That's been her bread and butter all season long.
14-6, 6:19 left to play. Down low, the ball knocked away in a turnover. Number 2 for Emery. Nelson with the basketball, gives it ahead to Morley. Morley drives in. Back outside to Nelson. She'll have to go get it at half court, and she does. Johnson to Hopes, free throw line. Back to the basket, back outside to Nelson. Swing it to Johnson. Cross court to Morley. Morley right side, down low to Hopes. Hopes shot up off the glass way too high, and the rebound comes down to Emery.
A great grab coming down by Ellie Stilson. Now it's official. Every player who has seen the floor for Emery has secured a rebound.
Emery with the basketball. Stilson. Two Stilsons play catch. He goes down to Cowley. Shot up, no good. Partially blocked. She gets it back. Scramble forward on the ground. Whistle and a jump ball, and it will stay with Emery. And checking into the ball game is Addie Hurst and Skyly Guyman. Coming out of the ball game will be Stilson and Stoker.
Emery trying to bring some of those three-point shooters into the game. They've stalled offensively to start the second. They're looking to ignite something as their lead has dwindled to 8.
On the baseline, in it comes to Cowley. Over to Hurst. Kicks it outside. Travel. Took that little step. Skyly Guyman in the turnover, number 3. But for the last 4 minutes, the Lady Dinos have done a much better job on keeping Cowley from getting easy looks.
Yeah, they've locked down the paint, and that's something that we talked about pregame. If they were able to do that, they'd be able to make this a competitive contest. They didn't do it in the first, hence the deficit, but now doing a much better job.
The game was 10-0 at one time. Nice move to the basket by Morley and a foul, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot the first free throws tonight for the Lady Dinos.
And they whistle it against Cowley. That's her second. We talked about how important it was for her to avoid foul trouble, but now flirting with danger after that one.
Grimm will come into the ball game. First free throw up and no good. She'll come in for Cowley with the 2 fouls with the 14-6 lead. We're not going to take any chances. Let's get her out for a little bit. We don't want that third foul.
Yeah,
Coach from Marlowe says so. Second free throw is up, and it's no good as well, and the rebound comes down to Emery. 14-6, Spartans with the lead. Ellie Stilson with the ball. Over the right side, it goes to Addie Hurst. Addie back to Stilson. Back to Addie. Ball knocked away, and a whistle and a foul.
And Johnson nearly comes up with the tap steal that would have set up the Smith lay-in on the other end, but a little too much contact for the officials' liking. Going to keep it in the hands of the Spartans. That's Johnson's first whistle of the game.
Third team foul. 4:55 left to play here in the first half. Emery leading 14-6. Ellie Stilson with the ball. Swings it over to Guyman. Guyman down in the corner. Back to Guyman. And a turnover for Emery. Unforced turnover that time, number 4, and the Dinos get the basketball.
Emery's just been a lot sloppier here in the second. Things have not been clicking as efficiently as they were early on, and Carbon's taking advantage. They brought it back into single digits, and now looking to cut into that lead even more.
Bradford to Hopes. Stepped out of bounds. Yep, stepped out of bounds. So the Dinos turned the ball over. An unforced turnover right back to Emery.
And the saving grace of the Spartans so far has been their defense. Their offense has not looked good in quarter number 2, but their defense has kept pace with what we were seeing in the opening stanza. That's something that Emery can do very well. No matter how their offense may be playing, their defense is always spot on.
Here's a 3-point shot, air ball by Addie Hurst, and it goes right to the Dinos. And then we have a jump ball or a reach jump ball, and it'll go to Carbon. Now the Dinos down 14-6, Aiden. When they have offensive possessions, they got to get shots off.
Yeah, you got to get shots off, or you got to bait the foul, and if you do, you got to be able to convert on those looks. But Emery looking to not take their foot off the gas pedal, breaking out the full court press, making it a nightmare for Carbon to try and get things going.
Yeah, possessions without a shot at the basket makes it really tough to get back into the ballgame. Ball knocked out of bounds. Off Emery, Dinos will throw it in front of the scorer's table.
A near steal by Ellie Stoker on a pass that was way too low, nearly rolling on the ground like a bowling ball, but just couldn't get her fingertips on it. Carbon lucks out and gets another opportunity.
Hopes gives the ball off to Morley. Morley dribbles it off her foot out of bounds, and another unforced turnover for the Dinos. That's 10 turnovers for the Lady Dinos, 4 for Emery. 3:56 left to play first half, 14-6.
Well, half of Emery's turnovers have come from the likes of Blythe Bradford. She's got 2 steals and 2 rebounds in the game. She's been putting on a show coming off the bench.
Timeout Emery, 3:53 left to play first half. Emery 14, the Lady Dinos 6 when we come back. Carbon Dino Basketball, 95-3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back. Carbon Dino Basketball, 14-6. Emery with the basketball. With it, it's Stilson. Picks up her dribble, swings it right side, goes to Hurst. Back to Stilson in the paint. Bounce pass underneath to Stoker. The ball blocked, and it goes to the Dinos. Turnover for Emery. Turnover number 5. Fast break the other way. Smith takes it all the way. Puts up a shot in the paint. No good. Rebound Emery. Will come the other way. Nice rebound that time by Grimm. 3-point shot. Baseline left. Won't go. Offensive rebound. Stilson. Shot up. No good. Out of bounds. Emery ball. The 3-point shot by Addie Hurst wouldn't go. And Emery would throw the ball in on the baseline.
Couldn't get her feet set in the corner. A bit of a leaning shot from that left corner. But luckily, Stilson on the rebound, able to corral it before getting it knocked out of bounds.
In it comes. Emery with the basketball. 3:12 and running left to play. Shot from 15. Good. Addie Hurst has 3. Her first basket from the field. Added to 1 free throw. She has 3. 16-6 Emery. Carbon with the basketball. It's Bradford. Gives the ball off to Smith. Smith double team. Has the ball taken away. Emery's really good at getting the ball without grabbing a hand.
No, it's spectacular. It's a discipline thing by head coach John Famal. That's something they work on pretty consistently.
Down low it goes. Kick it over to the corner of the right side. He goes to Hurst. Back to Stilson. Cross-court pass to Addie Hurst. On the floor, we have a foul on the Dinos. Foul on Bradford. Team foul number 4.
They're going to call it against Johnson instead of Bradford. That's a big foul. That's her second.
That's her second.
Little do-si-do action. Spins them right around town. Down to the ground they go. Emery retains possession and with a fresh shot clock to work with.
Bowman in, Smith out for the Dinos. Here's a 3-point shot down the barrel. No good. by Stilson. The rebound comes down to the Dinos. We come the other way. Bowman with the ball to Johnson. 3-point shot, no good. Hits glass, no rim. Offensive rebound, Orth. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Emery. They'll throw the ball out to the right side, and it goes out of bounds off Carbon, and it will be Emery basketball.
Well, that's a
Wasn't quite sure what the call was there.
Yeah, lots of contact, but no harm, no foul. Ball just simply bounces out of bounds. As with that rebound, Hadley Grimm elevates herself to the leading rebounder for the Spartans tonight.
3-point shot, good. Baseline right. Carly Hurst gets her first basket of the ball game. Added to a free throw. She has 4. 19-6 Emery.
And Emery needed that one desperately. Only 3 points through the first 6 minutes. That 3 helps elevate them a little further past the Dinos.
Johnson finds her way in from about 13 feet out and hits the basket. 19-8. The Dinos answer back. Back the other way. 3-point shot long. No good by Addie Hurst. Offensive rebound. Hurst gets it back on the baseline. Has the ball knocked away. Whistle and a foul on the ground. A little bit of a late whistle, but I think a good call with 1:32 left to play here in the first half. 19-8.
And that's
team foul number 5. Free throws for Emery.
That's another Dino in with their second foul. They whistle that one against Bradford, who's been so instrumental off the bench for the Dinos. She's been able to score. She's also got 2 rebounds and 2 steals. The only steals that the Dinos have seen in this first half.
Free throw. Up. Good.
One of those high arcing teardrop shots coming from the Spartans. A beautiful form on that hit.
50% from the line tonight for Emery. They're 5 for 10. Dinos 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Second free throw is up and good as well. Addie has 5. 21-8. Full court pressure being applied. Bowman with it. Double team. Dribbles out of it. Finds Morley. Whistle and a reach foul on Grimm. Team foul number 2 on Emery.
She definitely caught some wrist trying to go in, but again, you look at the foul situation. Emery has a lot to give. They can continue to play this hard-nosed style of defense.
And it comes to Johnson. Past the half court, swings it over to the left side. It goes to Morley, and another foul on Grimm. In the same situation. He's grabbing the arm, trying to get to the ball. 2 quick fouls. Team foul number 3. Second foul on her.
Just milliseconds too late on that one, son. She's kept soaring in. Almost has it, but it gets ripped away from her.
Johnson to Morley, back to Johnson. Back to Morley on the left side. Back to Johnson, right side. Back to Morley, left. 3-point shot from the wing. No. Rebound comes down to Emery. Addie Hurst with the rebound, brings it up the right side. Takes it all the way. The ball knocked away by Bowman. That's a good play by Bowman. She knocked the ball away. She got it, and then Hurst ran into her. Foul on Hurst. Team foul number 4. That'll be a turnover and Dino basketball, but a nice play by Bowman for the Lady Dinos.
It was a fine example of Newtonian physics, Sonny. An object in motion is going to stay in motion until acted upon by an equal or greater force. In that case, you saw Bowman be the equal or greater force as she gets barreled over, but gets the foul from Emery.
Turnover on the inbounds pass and a foul on Morley.
And Guyman walking a little gingerly after the hit, but she'll be able to walk to the line and prepare for a few shots.
52 seconds left to play. 21-8. Skylee Guyman at the free throw line. Eyes the bucket for free throw number 1. No good.
Yeah, just couldn't connect on that one. A little too powerful. Hits the back iron and nearly wedges itself before bouncing out.
Substitution coming into the ballgame for the Dinos will be Nelson. She'll come in for Johnson. 52 seconds left to play. Team foul-wise, we'll shoot free throws for the rest of the quarter. There's 52 seconds left. Second free throw by Guyman. Eyes the bucket. Puts it up. And it's no good as well. Rebound comes down to the Dinos. Bowman with it. Has it knocked back in the backcourt. She gets it. Whistle. Timeout, Carbon.
Wise call by Coach Blank. That one was flying out of control. Could have resulted in a turnover. Got to give credit. Flying in was Hadley Grimm. Despite having those 2 fouls and knowing the next one would be free throws, she has no fear, pokes the ball away, tries to chase it down. Luckily, Bowman able to recover. Coach Blank calls a timeout, settle the ships a little bit.
43 seconds left to play in the first half. 21-8, Emery with the lead.
Well, Emery's played a much better second half of the second quarter. They go in and they're held scoreless for a bulk of it. But once we get inside that final 2 minutes, they've really exploded on the offensive side of things. They've gone from just 3 points all the way up to 8.
Yep. So 4 fouls, 21 points for the Emery Spartans. 5 fouls on the Dinos, 8 points. 43 seconds left to play first half. Dinos with the basketball. In it comes. Bowman has the ball stolen. In for the layup. Put it up, no good. Shot by Stilson. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounds. Whistle and a foul. Ellie Stilson couldn't get it to go, but then Megan Stilson gets the rebound. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And that's Megan's 4th rebound of the contest and Ellie's first steal. So they're starting to get things going. They're getting they're getting back in their groove that we saw in the first frame.
So you could say Stilson to Stilson there on that play, and first free throw up and good. Megan has her first points of the ballgame.
You know, the thing about Emery County, Sonny, that's a very common thing you'll be able to call. Stilson to Stilson.
Second free throw, 22-8, 34 seconds left to play. Is up and good. Megan gets both free throws to drop. 34 seconds left to play. 23-8, full court pressure being applied by the Spartans. Orth with the basketball. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson takes it inside. Bounce pass underneath Bradford. Count it and a foul. Into the free throw line goes Bradford for a chance for a 3-point play. 23-10.
That energizes the Dino Loyal just a little bit. They filled up that stand over on the opposite basket, really showing up in spades.
So at the free throw line for a chance for a 3-point play. Blythe Bradford, free throw good. 1 for 3 from the free throw line as a team tonight. The shot clock off. Emery with the basketball. Megan Stilson with it. Back to the basket, kicks it outside. Down low to Stoker, back to Stilson. Stilson reverse layup, no good. Rebound comes down to the Dinos. 7 seconds left to play. Morley dribbles past. Over to Orth. Shot at the buzzer. Won't go. And that's how the half ends here at Emery High School. We played a half of basketball. It's Emery 23 and the Carbon Dinos 11. When we come back, it'll be the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing services to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Welcome to the Carbon Dinos Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome back to the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show. Emery 23, the Lady Dinos 11 after 1, Aiden. And the game kind of went like we thought we would see things happen there in the first quarter. In the second quarter, it seemed like the Dinos settled down a little bit, got a little bit more into their game that they like to play.
Now, playing in a hostile environment is no easy task, Sonny. We know that from just experience in the game in general. But coming to a rival hostile environment adds that extra layer of depth to the problems you're going to be facing. You get caught up in your own head. You get caught up in everything outside of the game of basketball. And it really creates a lot of chaos and confusion for your team. And early on, that was the case. The first 3 shots by Emery all up and in. Then the opening stanza, they went 4 for 5. Hey, Leah Callie was dominant in that opening frame. She was hard to stop in the beginning, and that's why we see the score sitting where it is at 23-11.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter was 13-2 Emery. Emery outscored Carbon 10-9 in the second quarter. We sit 23-11 right now.
Yeah, so a much better second quarter from the Dinos, both offensively and defensively, but the Spartans matching their point total in the game in that second quarter alone. They're going to have to see a little more grit on the defensive side of things and a few more of those shots falling if they want to have the opportunity to come away with the victory tonight. And you look at those non-scoring stats, Sonny. As a team, Emery is winning almost every battle. In terms of rebounding, they've out-rebounded the Dinos 15-12. They've outstolen the Dinos 4-3, but they've gone even blow for blow on blocks with 1 apiece. So these two teams in the intangibles have given a slight edge to Emery.
Yeah, you take a look at scoring. Aaliyah Cowley with 11 points in the ballgame. She had the first 10. She was 4 for 4 at one time, and then she missed her 5th shot. And if I'm correct, then she hit her 6. So she was 5 for 6 from the floor in the first quarter. She just totally took control of the game early on.
No, she was making barbecue chicken out of the Dinos. She was getting whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted. And that was a problem for Carbon, but you got to give credit to Harley Hope. She was really able to batten down the hatches and start locking down Callie, and forced her into foul trouble, which is why we didn't see much of her in quarter number 2. She had to take a seat on that bench in order to preserve her for the later stages of this game.
Addie Hurst had 5 points in the ball game. Carly Hurst with 4. Megan Stilson with 2. Stoker with 1 for the Emery Spartans. They shot 15 free throws. They made 8 with 6 turnovers.
Yeah, and looking at rebounding, Megan Stilson leads the way with 4. Carly Hurst in the first quarter came up with 3 steals on her own, forcing a bulk of the Dinos' turnover in that opening frame. She has been a key contributor for Emery going down the stretch.
Take a look at the Carbon Dinos leading the way. Bailey Johnson with 4 points tonight in the first half. She's averaging 9 points a game, so she's almost halfway to where she should be, 4 points.
Yeah, and she was the force that came in that second quarter and said, all right, guys, we've settled down. Let's start playing our style of basketball. And they started making those shots that they've needed to, and it's all started by Bailey. Her little pump fake off the wing, the drive in to the short corner, and the jumper from 10 out. That's been her bread and butter all season long, and it shows. That's why she was able to get going, and that's why the Dinos were able to start clawing their way back in.
Well, Bailey Johnson, the only starter to score in the first half for the Carbon Dinos. Blythe Bradford came in off the bench and had a good second quarter. She scored 3. Cartwright scored 2, and Morley 2 for the Carbon Dinos for a total of 11 points. But you have 4 points from the starters, and you have 7 points coming off the bench.
And you like that balanced scoring effort, but you want to see it a little higher than what it is. It's always good to have your bench unit and your starting unit both getting equally involved in the action, but, and it's a big but, you want to see those totals a little higher than 7 apiece.
Yeah. Carbon shot 3 free throws, they made 1, and they had 11 turnovers. So the 3 stats that we always look at: offensive rebounding, turnovers, and free throws tonight. So far in the first half, Emery's 8 for 15 from the free throw line. Carbon 1 for 3. They've only shot free throws. They made 1. So there's a 7-point difference in the scoring, but there is a 12-shot difference at the free throw line.
Yeah, no, that's been a big thing, and Coach John Famalo of the Emery Spartans does an excellent job in playing hard-nosed defense, but disciplined defense at the same time. You're going to rarely see reach-in fouls that you would deem unnecessary. They play straight up, and they're coming up with steals because of it. You mentioned offensive rebounding, Emery winning that category as well. So far, they're doing everything that they've needed to come away with the victory.
Turnover-wise, 11 turnovers for Carbon and only 6 for Emery, so Emery wins that as well. They're winning the offensive rebound. So the 3 key stats that we always look at, so far Emery is controlling all 3 of those stats, and that's why they're up right now, 23-11. The Dinos need to do what now to cut into this 12-point lead? You can't do it all at once, of course, but they need to cut into this 12-point lead so when they go into the fourth quarter, they're in striking distance. What do they need to do?
Well, you've had the first half. You've been able to get back into your element. You've overcome the nerves, the atmosphere that comes along with a rivalry game. I'd say all they really need to do is play their style of basketball, that hard-nosed, grit and grind style of basketball that the Dinos have become known for throughout the season. You know, grind the Spartans down, wear them out defensively, force them into situations they're uncomfortable with. Take advantage of it. You can do that. You can slowly but surely start chipping away at this lead. And again, although it's a double-digit deficit they find themselves in, the game is still relatively close. Only 12 points separate them, and you have a full 16 minutes to try and come back into this.
It's halftime. It's 23-11. Emery with the lead over the Lady Dinos. When we come back, we'll have second half action. Carbon Dino basketball here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in Historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. 23-11. Lady Spartans with the lead over the Lady Dinos. We're about ready for the start of the second half. Dinos will go right to left on your radio dial. Here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. You can also watch us on KSL, the KSL app, and you can also watch us on the YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch us over on YouTube at Castle Country Sports, or Castle Country Radio Carbon, excuse me. Not only are you going to have access to tonight's game, but you're going to have access to all of the Dinos games dating back to football season. It's a wonderful thing we've been able to add this Sunday. Big thank you to the school district for allowing us to do this. There's so many ways to enjoy the Dinos, powered by Castle Country Radio, whether it be here on the Peak or over on KOAL. We love doing this.
Castle Country Radio, the place to be. 95.3 The Peak if you're a Dino fan. This is where you need to be. Yeah. 23-11 the score at the half. The Dinos trailing the Lady Spartans. And Emery will get the ball first to start the second half.
Yeah, north, south, east, west, rain, snow, shine, sleet. No matter what the conditions are, Sonny, we're going to be there with the Dinos.
We are ready to go. Addie Hurst will throw it in, and she'll throw it in to Megan Stilson, and we're underway. Stilson with the ball, tip of the key. Swings it over the left side to Hurst. To Carly Hurst. Cowley at the free throw line. Back over to Hurst. Stilson down low. Nice look down low to Skyly Guyman. The whistle and the foul. Great look. And a chance for 2 points from the free throw line for Emery. To the free throw line goes Skyly Guyman. Looking for her first points of the ball game. She's 0 for 2 from the line.
That was going to be a wide open shot for Skyly. So a smart foul coming from Harley, trying to make her earn it at the stripe.
First free throw up and good. Her first 2 misses. I think she was hurting a little bit.
Yeah, she was walking gingerly on that ankle, and sometimes that pain can overtake whatever you're trying to do at the line. No matter how many times you've done it, it adds an extra wrinkle into that, but now able to walk much more clearly, and it showed on that shot.
First free throw, good. Second free throw, good as well. This time she hits them both. 25-11. Carbon with the basketball. Bowman with it to Johnson. To Smith, they break the half-court stripe.
And they're getting it across there, Sonny, but they're watching that shot clock dwindle a little too close for comfort to that 10-second violation.
Smith with the ball, swings it left side, goes to Orth. Perimeter passing, Johnson. Back to Orth for three. Short off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to the Emery Spartans. It's Guyman. Guyman gives it off to Stilson. Here comes Megan past the half-court stripe, guarded by Bowman. Golly on the high block, now works her way in. Shot up in the paint, no good. And the rebound comes down to the Carbon Dinos, become the other way.
Great defense by Harley and an even better rebound by Bailey to set up a great defensive stand for the Dinos.
Smith drives in, bounce past Hopes. Tries to get the shot off, puts it up, no good, whistle. Foul on Cowley, and that's going to be her third. So the free throw line. Oh, they've called it on who?
They're going to call it against Guyman.
Oh, Guyman, okay.
Cowley was straight up on that play. Guyman came from the back end trying to go for a secondary pressure there, catches some risk, and as a result, Harley gets a trip to the line.
Her second free throw, second foul. First free throw for Hopes is up and no good, so one more free throw to come. Guyman with her second foul.
And Carbon is not finding much success down low. Emery throws a trap at you on that low block, and it's hard to overcome, especially when you get in your head that that's what you want to do. You want to try and put up that shot. As the second shot misses, rebound goes Hurst.
Second free throw, no good. 1 for 5 from the free throw line as a team for the Carbon Dinos tonight. Still some of the basketball. Down low it goes. Guyman loses control of it. Scramble for it on the ground. Orth comes up with it. Nice play. Ahead to Smith. 1 on 3. Now 1 on 2. Whistle and a foul. Free throws for the Dinos. To the free throw line goes Smith to shoot 2.
Well, with how inefficient the Dinos have been at the stripe tonight, Sonny, you don't see much problem with making them give up an easy layup and try and earn it at the stripe. It was a bit of a shove in the back coming from Carly Hurst.
Free throw is up and no good. 1 for 6 from the free throw line for the Carbon Dinos.
And you and I talk about it all the time. 2 straight missed free throws is essentially a waste of possession and a turnover.
Second free throw. Rimmed around and goes in. 2 for 7. 25-12. Full court pressure being applied by the Dinos. Stilson to Hurst as they break the press. Hurst with the basketball. Back to Stilson. Guarded by Smith. Pass down low to Cowley. Shot knocked away. She gets it up again and fouled. Count it. And a chance for a three-point play. She got the first shot off, but really didn't get a good feel for the shot. So she got the rebound, put it back up and in. She has 13 and a chance for 14. 27-12 Spartans.
That was a good initial effort by Taylor Orth. She causes some confusion on the first shot, but can't grab the rebound. Aaliyah punishes her for it as Orth picks up her 4th personal of the game, Sonny. One more away, and she's disqualified. We're probably not seeing more of her until the 4th quarter.
Free throw, no good. Rebound, Carbon. It goes to Hopes. 10 for 18 as a team for Emery. Johnson with it. Gets it past the half-court stripe. Swings it over to Bowman between the circles. To Smith. Smith steps back. Goes right side. Shot clock says 13. Johnson swings it over Bowman. Thought about the 3. To Johnson, she'll take the 3. No good off the back of the iron. Bounces around, hit the top. Hit the shot clock, and it will go back to Emery with 5:16 left to play in the third quarter, 27-12. And the Dinos are having a hard time getting some open shots, Aiden.
They are. The defense of Emery has just been stifling as it has been all game. But a turnover forced as they wrestle for the ball. Bailey Johnson nearly comes up with the steal on the poke away. Jump ball possession arrow goes in favor of the Dinos. They're looking to get something going, but good shots have come at a premium, but when they've been fouled on their way up, they just haven't been able to take advantage of those opportunities as well.
Johnson with the basketball. Swings it over to the left side. It goes to Smith. To Bowman between the circles. Back to Smith on the left wing. She'll dribble to the tip of the key. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson over in the corner. 3-point shot, baseline left by Bradford, no good. Offensive rebound, Hope, shot up, no good. Rebound, Bradford, shot up and in. Good hustle by Bradford. She's got 5, 27-14. Back down to 13. Stolen by the Dinos. Smith takes it all the way. Knocked out of bounds. And it will go off Carbon, off her leg, they say, and it will go to Emery.
Well, the possession leading up to that, third time's the charm. Offensive rebounding gets the job done for the Dinos. A good job by Smith getting the steal in the full court. But now they get the ball off her leg, and Emery gets a second shot at it.
Emery breaks the press, and they'll set the offense. Guyman with it. Gives it to Stilson. Megan swings it over left side. Goes to Addie Hurst. To Cowley in the paint. Shot no good. Rebound. She'll get it. Back outside, it goes to Hurst. To Stilson between the circles, sets the offense. Comes right side now. Bounce pass down low to Guyman. Hurst for 3. Blocked by Bradford out of bounds. And Bradford continues to play good basketball for the Dinos.
Yeah, you talk about a stat sheet stuffer. She's got 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and now a block to her name. She's doing it all.
She is. Hurst will throw the ball in on the baseline. In it comes to Stilson in the paint. Shot up, no good, foul. Smith with the foul. Stilson will shoot 2 free throws.
And again, the Dinos just can't get out of their own way. They're committing a lot of fouls down low in an attempt to try and secure the post, but it's racking up team fouls and individual fouls for them, and it's just not having the results they'd be hoping for.
Smith gets her first foul. Team foul number 3 for the Dinos. First free throw up and no good. Stilson has 1 more. 10 for 19 from the free throw line tonight for Emery. Carbon 2 for 7. So neither team shooting lights out from the free throw line. Second free throw up and good.
Yeah, they're shooting at a house that's running out of power. If you're using that analogy, they're just not really connecting on anything.
Turnover by the Dinos. Full court pressure working for Emery on that set. Stilson with the ball, picks up her dribble, swings it left side to Hurst, down to Cowley on the low block left side. Shot up, no good, whistle and a foul on Hopes.
And it was a good straight-up effort by Hopes, but it was an even better effort by Cowley to buy the contact on the shot. Brings the ball a little bit forward before cranking it back for the fadeaway. That's where you saw a bulk of the contact initiated. That's going to be the 3rd personal whistled against Harley, and you take her out of the equation, Sonny, the Downs will be playing without a true center the rest of the game.
Free throw number 1 for Aaliyah is good. Checking into the ball game for the Dinos. Cartwright and Morley, along with Bradford, Johnson, and Smith. 5 on the floor for the Lady Dinos. Second free throw up and no good. Rebound to Carbon. They'll bring up the floor. Smith with the basketball. Pass to half court stripe. Dribbles through the defenders. Bounce pass to Morley on the baseline. Shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Emery. Stolen by Morley and a foul. As she goes up for the shot, and that foul's on Cowley. And that's number 4 on her, I believe. Am I right?
I believe it's going to be number 3 against Cowley, but still in a position you don't want to see her. But that's an equalizer for Carbon, with Hopes having 3 and now Cowley having 3. That kind of sends the equalizer in terms of center play, because both of them really without a true center outside of Hopes for Carbon and Cowley for Emery.
Morley's free throw good, 29-15. With 3:22 left to play. 3rd quarter. Second free throw for Morley is up. Short off the front of the rim, no good, and the rebound comes down to Emery. Guyman with the rebound to Stilson. Stilson to Ellie Stilson back in the ballgame. Cowley on the low block. Spin move towards the baseline. Up and in. She has 16 of the 31 points tonight for Emery. Whistle and a travel on the Dinos. Trying to break the full court press. Smith took that extra step and the turnover. Ball belongs to Emery. They'll throw it in front of their own bench.
And despite the third foul whistled against Callie, you can see the rationale for leaving her in. No one can match her in height or strength right now, and it showed on that last basket. But a throwaway coming from the Spartans. Downs take possession off the sloppy sideline pass.
To give it right back to Carbon. Full court pressure being applied. Nelson comes in for Smith for the Dinos. 3:03 left to play, 31-15 Emery. 3 fouls on Emery, 4 fouls on Carbon. Johnson with the basketball. Over the right side, it goes to Cartwright. Back to Johnson. To Bradford. Bradford dribbles past the half-court stripe, gives it to Nelson. Stops from 15. No good. Bradford with the rebound. Shot up, hits the bottom of the rim. And then a jump ball, and it will go to Emery.
Well, that's a game-leading 5th rebound for Blythe. Bradford has the offensive opportunity, but the positioning was poor to begin with. She hits the bottom of the backboard. Jump ball results. Spartans now get possession from the jump.
She was further underneath the basket than she thought she was, I think.
That's how it goes sometimes. It can be deceiving.
Yes. Stilson. Callie does a good job to save the ball as they try to get it down to her, but then Carbon comes up with it. Turnover number 10 for Emery. Nelson kicks it outside to Johnson. Johnson over to Morley for 3. Halfway down and pops out. Rebound. Scrambled for on the ground. Stilson comes up with it. We're going to call a jump ball before she does. And the ball stays with the Dinos with 2:20 left to play, third quarter, 31-15 Emery.
Well, it still feels close in this game, Sonny, despite the Dinos being doubled up right now by 16. Only 15 points on the board, but a good last-second hope effort by Nelson to tie that one up.
Morley with the little step on the baseline, shot blocked and controlled by Emery. We come the other way. Stilson with the ball. Swings it over to Addie Hurst. Bounce pass underneath the Guyman. Whistle. Foul on the ground.
And they're going to call that one against Bradford. That's her third. So the foul's starting to rack up for Carbon. That's going to be free throws as the Spartans enter into the bonus thanks to the hard-nosed defense. Not the Dinos have been thrown around, but it just hasn't been the most disciplined style of D that you've ever seen.
Team foul number 5 on Carbon. To the free throw line goes Skyly Guyman, the junior. She has 2 points in the ball game. First free throw is up and good. She has 3, all from the free throw line tonight, so one more free throw to come. 32-15. She has really nice follow through on her free throw shot.
You know, that's the making of a good shooter from the line.
And I jinxed her. Second free throw short.
Yeah, you said it first. I'm not taking credit for that miss.
I don't believe in that, though.
Well, I think we got some pretty good evidence right there.
Bradford with the ball. Brings it down the floor. Puts it up off the glass. Can't get it to go. And another jump ball, and it'll go back to Emery.
And an excellent job by Elsie Morley going for it, getting her hand in. And, well, Sonny, you can tell the Spartans are confident right now. One more quarter and some change left to play in the student section, already chanting they believe that they're going to win.
Timeout, Emery. Minute 48 left to play, third quarter. We'll take it with them here on 95.3 The Peak. It's 32-15. Emery leads. Dino basketball, don't go anywhere.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back. Emery will throw the ball in. 32-15, minute 48. After the timeout called by Emery. Stilson. Just inside the three-point line, baseline right, good. She has 5.
Yeah, just a few inches inside that arc, or that would have been 3 on the board for the Spartans.
34-15. Dinos turn the ball over once again. Can't get it past half court. That full court pressure giving them some problems. Guyman for 3. Halfway down, pops out. Nice rebound that time by Cartwright. Ahead to Nelson. Nelson has Morley ahead of the pack. Uses the glass and lays it up and in. Morley has 5, 34-17. Nice play that time by the Lady Dinos.
It was a much-needed answer back, Sonny. This one was starting to run out of control. If they didn't score on that wide-open look, it would have felt like this one was more than over.
Callie has the ball knocked away from her. Here comes Johnson the other way for the Dinos. Johnson off the glass. Won't go. Rebound, Guyman. Guyman to Stilson. Spartans come the other way. Picked up by Nelson. Stilson with the basketball. Right side. Dribbles all the way to the basket. Puts up a shot. Won't go. Whistle, foul. I think it's going to be on Bradford, and if it is, that will be her 4th. And it is.
Well, that's not a good sign. So you have 2 Dinos now with their 4th foul. Several others with 3. Major implications down the stretch. Coach Blank going to have to reach deep into those reserves to try and get something going in the 4th.
Megan Stilson's first free throw, nothing but net. 6 points in the ball game for Stilson. Substitutions coming into the ball game. Bradford will come out with those 4 fouls. Checking back into the ball game will be Hopes. Cowley will come out of the ball game for Emery.
Well, right now, Carbon with an advantage down low. They have their starter, Harley Hopes, and it's going to go against Emery's backup big, just a little bit shorter than Cowley is.
Second free throw by Stilson is good. She has 7. 36-17, full court pressure being applied by the Spartans. In it comes to Morley. Morley ahead, it goes to Hopes. Hopes to Johnson. To Nelson. Back to Morley. 10-second difference, shot clock and the game clock. Morley over to Nelson. Has the ball knocked away, controlled by Emery. Fast break the other way, all the way to the basket. Shot blocked out of bounds. We have a whistle, and I think we're going to have free throws, and we will. To the free throw line to shoot 2 for Emery will be Truman, looking for her first points of the ball game. Foul is on Cartwright, her first.
There's a good get-back effort by Cartwright. Almost comes up with the clean block, but catches too much hand and a little too much skin as she goes up for the block, but misses the first one, makes it look like a better play. If she is to miss the second one, then that's an empty possession and a good foul for the Dinos.
Free throw up and no good. Free throw number 2 is up and no good as well. 27 free throws for Emery tonight. Here with 12 seconds left to play, third quarter, shot clock off. Ball knocked out of bounds. Carbon will retain possession.
27 free throws, Sonny. You only normally see that number get that high during an Oklahoma City Thunder game, but tonight looks like we have a piece of Kansas here in the Spartan Center.
They've made 15 of them. Johnson with the basketball. Dinos have shot 9. They've made 3. Johnson, deep 3 before the buzzer. No good. Tip up after the buzzer. We've played 3 here at Emery. It's 36-17. Emery with the lead over the Lady Dinos. We'll keep it here going into the fourth quarter. And Aiden, the Dinos have a 19-point deficit. They have to come back here in the fourth quarter. They got to just chomp at that lead, give themselves a chance with about 4 minutes left in the game to extend the game.
No, and you need to start making those shots, and especially those easy ones underneath at the free throw line. You got a few key players starting to flirt with foul trouble here. If they're unable to take advantage of that, Sonny, they have a height advantage right now with Cowley on the bench. Hopes they need to find a way to get her the ball and get her going. They also need to find a way to get the ball into the hands of Bailey Johnson, find a way to get her back to her normal self, because right now, Sonny, the Emery defense has had her locked down.
36-17, the Dinos, let's go scoring by quarters. After one, Emery led 13-2. I mean, a great start for Cowley. She had the first 10 points in the game. 13-2 after one. In the second quarter, Carbon played much better. Emery outscored them 10-9. So it was a 23-11 halftime score, but in the third quarter, Emery outscoring the Dinos 13-6. Now it sits 36-17 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no, Emery's just had control of this game from start to finish. Still doubling up the Dinos going into the fourth quarter. Carbon has a lot of way to try and claw back.
So the Dinos will get the ball first to start the fourth quarter. Go right to left on your radio dial. Johnson will throw it into Morley. Morley with it. Jones into the game. Kayla Jones in for the first time. Turnover for the Dinos. And then out of bounds off Carbon. Emery will throw it in front of their student section, straight across from us. Stilson. In it comes to Carly Hurst. Stoker. Back to Stilson. Ellie Stilson. Down to Stoker. Works away in the paint. Off the glass. No good. Whistle and a foul. Foul on Cartwright. Stoker did a really good job just backing her way into the glass. She got up close. Got a pretty good shot. Couldn't get it to go, but got the foul. And free throws.
It was a good back down effort, but the Dinos defense was nowhere to be seen. Estranged from her teammates was Natalie Cartwright, out left in the isolation, and the Spartans took full advantage of that.
First free throw up and no good. (36-17). 7:36 left to play in the game. Second free throw was up and good.
Now a full 20-point lead for the Spartans. Carbon feels like now or never they need to get something going.
Johnson past the half court. Drives the right side. Puts up a runner off the glass. Won't go. Offensive rebound up. No good. Whistle and a foul. Cartwright with great position underneath the basket to pull down that offensive rebound. Shot up no good, but she has a chance to make points at the free throw line. She'll shoot 2.
Yeah, and that's been the one effort that's been really impressive by the Dinos tonight has been their ability to try and chase down those offensive boards. They've been tenacious on the glass, and they're getting rewarded with trips to the charity stripe, but we mentioned it earlier. It's not been a good night for either team from the line.
Cartwright's first free throw, no good. 3 for 10 from the line tonight for the Lady Dinos, shooting 30% from the free throw line. Second free throw up and good. Cartwright has 3. 37-18, 7:22 left to play. Stilson with the basketball. Ellie picks up her dribble, gives it to Truman. Down low to Cowley, who checks back in. Point blank shot this time won't go. Rebound comes down to Cartwright. Cartwright to Johnson, whistle, and a foul in the backcourt.
And the Spartan Loyal wanted the foot out of bounds to be called, but instead they're going to blow the whistle against Ellie Stilson, reaching in a little too far, making contact with the head. So they're going to clear court, give Carbon some room to operate, and set up their offense in the half court.
Morley with the basketball. Left side. Drives in. Puts up a runner. Off the glass and in. Morley has 7. That was a tough shot.
A little baby hook shot, takes the dribble, runs in from about 10 out, able to get the right arc and the shot to fall.
37-20. Carly Hurst with the ball. Guarded by Johnson, goes around the screen, puts up the 3 from the wing right, no good. Rebound Morley. Here come the Dinos. Morley brings it up the floor quickly. 1-on-4, goes all the way to the basket. Count it. Did they count on a foul? They're going to say on the ground.
Looks like they're going to say it was on the ground. So a great play ruined by that whistle. Could have been an excellent and one coast to coast, but instead Carbon's going to have to rely on the stack on the baseline, out of bounds. M of Emery. They set up on Johnson, going to be the one throwing it in.
She'll throw it in. I thought that was going to be an N1. In it comes. 3-point shot for Carbon. Short off the front of the rim, no good by Jones. And the rebound comes down to Emery. 6:24 and running off the play, up 17. Stilson, bounce pass, Cowley, point blank, right in front of the basket, good. 18 points. Nice look that time by Megan Stilson. The easy 2 for Cowley. She has 18 in the ball game. Whistle and a timeout, Carbon, 39-20.
And Stilson's such an unselfish player, able to find her teammates. She could have gone in, tried to fight through contact for a lay-in, but recognizes that Callie is open, has only one person on her to beat, and she's done that all game long. You got to throw at least 2 bodies the way of Aaliyah Callie if you want to have a chance to stop her. That's when the Dinos have found success down low, is running that little trap when the ball gets to the low block, creating a lot of chaos as they try and put the ball on the ground, but haven't been able to do that much now with so many players in foul trouble, especially those who play the post position.
Do a game set here. 6:09 left to play in the ball game. Emery leading Carbon 39-20. 3 fouls on Emery, 1 foul on Carbon. Leading the way for the Lady Spartans tonight, Aaliyah Cowley. She has 18 points in the ball game. Then comes Megan Stilson with 7. For the Carbon Dinos tonight, Elsie Morley coming in off the bench, leading the way with 7. And if you look at the bench scoring, Morley has 7, Bradford has 5, and Cartwright has 3. They're all coming off the bench.
Yeah, the bench scoring for the Dinos has been nothing short of spectacular. They've come into this game, and they've had their impact. They also help lead the way in reboundings. Bradford has 5, Cartwright has 4, Morley has 3, but Emery has had that balanced effort as well, but putting more points on the board.
2 starters have scored for Carbon tonight. Bailey Johnson with 4 and Smith with 1. Morley with the basketball at the 3-point line. Back to action, 6 minutes left to play. Johnson with the basketball on the right side, gives it back to Morley, tip of the key. She'll dribble left side, picked up by Stilson. Inside it goes, over to Cartwright on the baseline. Underneath shot up and no good. Offensive rebound by Hopes, up and no good. Whistle and a foul and free throws for the Dinos. So the free throw line, Harley Hopes should go to the line, shoot 2.
And Hope's 1 rebound away now from matching her season average of 5.7. She's got 5 right now. 1 more puts her over that.
First free throw, no good. 4 for 12 from the line tonight for Carbon.
And she's got the shooting form of a center. Oftentimes they're going to pull you aside when you're younger, and they recognize you're going to be one of those tall post players, and they have you only shoot it with one hand to get out of the habit of trying to two-hand shoveling it up. And you can see that in Hope's free throw.
Second one good. Addie Hurst comes back into the ball game. Truman will come out for Emery. The Dinos will full court pressure. And it comes to Cowley. Looks down the floor, gives it to Stilson. Picked up by Morley. Stilson goes strong to the basket. Whistle. No shot. Foul on the ground.
Well, Stilson recognized that she had Morley beat from the second she had the ball in her hands, and she takes full advantage of that. Rides up to the hoop, gets another foul from the Dinos. Only their second team foul of the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Emery up to 4.
Shot up and no good. Rebound comes down to Hopes. Hopes to Johnson. Johnson ahead. Over to Jones for 3. That's an air ball, and it goes right to Emery. 5:28 left to play, 39-21.
And Jones, one of the more consistent shooters from 3, sporting the armband, a little banged up on that elbow.
3 on the other side, goes down on the right wing for Addie Hurst. She has 8, 42-21. Johnson takes it all the way, shot up no good, rebound Cowley. Cowley gives the ball off to Stilson. Stilson down to Carly Hurst. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Foul on the Dinos.
Well, with that last grab from Cowley, 3 Spartans now up to 5 rebounds in the game, as some fans starting to clear their seats and vacate the arena with 5 minutes left, Sonny, and the Dinos doubled up. It's starting to feel like this one coming a bit out of reach for Carbon.
Foul on Jones, her first. Team foul number 3. First free throw by Carly Hurst is up and good. She has 5. (17 for 30 from the free throw line tonight for Emery. Second free throw is up and good. 6 points for Hurst. 44-21. Morley with the ball. Morley between the circles. Swings it left side to Orth, who checks into the ball game. And a whistle and a foul. Foul number 5, and Orth will go to the free throw line to shoot.
That was a bit of a lucky break coming for the Dinos as that ball was about to bounce off the face of Orth back into the sideline, giving Emery back possession. That foul call bails him out a little bit as Orth gets a chance at the line.
Bradford, Cartwright, Orth, Morley, Smith on the floor for the Dinos. The first free throw by Orth is up and no good.
Well, that remains, Sonny. Only 2 starters for the Dinos have scored so far. Orth trying to make it 3 on this next attempt from the line.
Second free throw. Orth is up and good. Her first points of the ball game. 44-22. Emery's doubled up the Lady Dinos. 4:48 left to play. Cowley with it on the high block. Hands it off to Hurst. Tip of the key. Over to Stilson. Stilson drives the baseline. Knocked away in a turnover. Dinos come the other way. They have a 3-on-1. Now it's a 3-on-2 and knocked out of bounds. Cartwright was taking it down the floor, but nice hustle by Guyman to come from behind and knock the ball out of bounds. That's why you don't quit on plays right there. You just saved an easy basket for the Dinos.
Well, school record holder in several races, Sonny. She has the speed, and she shows it off a little there.
Smith with the ball, 3-point line. Thought about it. Now it goes between the circles. Swings it over the left side. It goes to Morley. Back to Smith. Smith just outside the free throw line. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Off Emery. Carbon ball.
That was a good job. They had the right idea, trying to keep it away from the Dinos, make sure they have last touch, but grazing a Spartan gives Carbon a second chance with 33 left on the shot clock.
Yeah, Hurst could have had that ball. She thought it was off Carbon. She just watched it go out of bounds. Orth with a basketball for the Dinos. 4:10 left to play. 44-22. Ball knocked away. Controlled by Emery. Fast break the other way. 3-on-2. Shot up. No good. Whistle and a foul. Stilson will go to the free throw line. She will shoot 2 with 4:01 left to play and a chance to extend this lead.
Well, Stilson got put in a no-lose situation there. She had the speed. She had the lane to the hoop. She recognized she's either going to get the easy lay-in or she's going to get hacked on her way up. No matter the outcome, she was going to try and put some points on the board. Fifth team foul, personal.
Yeah, fifth foul on Bradford. She will have to leave the game with 4:01 left to play. She played really well tonight coming off the bench. 5 points.
And she did. She had 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block to her name as well. The junior stuffed the stat sheet before getting disqualified due to the foul.
First free throw up and good. Stilson has another one. Second free throw up. Won't get the bounce, and the rebound comes down to Carbon. It's Orth. She'll bring up the floor herself past the half-court stripe. Drives all the way to the basket. Whistle and a reach foul on Emery. Free throws for Carbon to the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Orth.
And compared to the stellar start they had defensively in the first half, Sonny, the Spartans have played a little sloppier in the second on defense, but their offense has more than made up for it, doubling up the Dinos 45-22.
Free throw no good. 6 for 16 from the free throw line tonight for the Dinos. 45-22. One more free throw to come. Eyes the bucket for free throw number 2. Puts it up, and it's no good as well. And the rebound comes down to Emery.
Great job by Hurst. Addie Hurst tracking that one down.
Stilson. Megan Stilson swings it over to the right side. It goes to Carly Hurst. Goes around the screen. Drives inside. Whistle and a foul. Is it on the ground? Nope. Stays shooting 2. Free throws for Emery. To the free throw line goes Carly Hurst. Chance to make it points number 7 and 8.
Well, to be fair, it wouldn't have mattered if that shot was on the ground or in the air. That was the 5th team foul against the Dinos. So, bonus free throws the rest of the way.
Free throw up and good.
3rd foul whistled against Cartwright. She's had herself a good day as well, Sonny. She's got 3 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 2 steals.
Second free throw. No good. Rebound. Scramble 4 picked up by the Dinos. Knocked out of bounds. Carbon ball.
Well, there's a little confusion there on the rebound. About 4 Dinos just kind of all backed away from it, decided not to try and touch it. In the end, it was Cartwright coming to corral it.
3:30 left to play in the ballgame. 46-22. Dinos trail. They have the basketball. Cartwright swings over the right side to Smith. 3-point line. Back over to Cartwright. Finds a little gap into the lane. Lay it up. No good. Rebound on the ground. Jump ball. Go to Emery.
Well, it's a good job diving around, Sonny. It's a pile of bodies on the floor. No one wants to get it. It's about as jumbled up as a bag of baby carrots. You got to love the hustle from both of these two teams, despite what the scoreboard may say. Both of them really laying it all on the line.
Stilson brings it past the half-court stripe, picked up there by Morley. Swings it to the right side to Hurst. Addy into the paint. Pass to Kelly on the low block. Off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound, Guyman. Throws it back. Picked up by Addie Hurst. Then knocked away out of bounds. Emery ball. 2:53 left to play.
Well, it was a good effort by the Dinos, nearly able to come up with that turnover as they're going to clear the benches. Fans on their feet here in the Spartan Center. A much-deserved ovation coming for that starting group.
Truman back into the ball game. Bernard checking into the ball game for Emery along with Stoker. Ellie Stilson and Grimm, the 5 on the floor for Emery. Dinos with the same lineup. Smith, Morley, Cartwright, Hopes, Orth. Morley with the ball. Right side it goes to Smith. Smith to Cartwright on the baseline. Back to Smith. Shot clock at 20. 2:30 left to play in the game. Down to Hopes. Outside to Smith for 3. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Emery. With the board, it's Grimm. And it goes to Ellie Stilson. Out of bounds and a turnover. Back to the Dinos. 2:12 left to play. 46-22. Nelson into the ball game along with Bowman. Waterly and Cartwright out for the Dinos.
Sounds like the old saying goes, Sonny, it's not over till the fat lady sings, but it's like the second act of an opera. She's just waiting to hit that high note.
2 minutes left to play. 46-22. Nelson to Smith. Orth on the baseline. Goes down, a whistle. Foul on Emery, and Orth will go to the free throw line. She'll shoot some more free throws.
Well, we've seen a lot more free throws for the Dinos in the second half of action, but not enough have been made to really make any difference.
She's gone to the free throw line 4 times. She's made 1. With a freshman at the free throw line, a chance. Put a couple in here. First one good. Nothing but net.
North has made a living at the free throw line over the past few minutes. She's gained some confidence there, been able to capitalize on her attempts.
Free throw number 2 won't go. Rebound comes down to the Dinos. Smith with the basketball. Bowman tries to get it down low and throws it away. Turnover. Here comes Emery down the other way. Truman with the ball. Picked up there. Picked up by Bowman. Truman goes all the way to the basket. Shot long and hard off the glass. No good. And the rebound comes down to Carbon. Here comes Orth. Past the half-court stripe left side.
You got to give Orth a lot of props, too. She's played this entire fourth quarter with 4 fouls, and she has yet to commit another violation. She's done an excellent job keeping that composure.
Swing it over to the right side. It goes to Smith. Drives in. Nice bounce pass to Orth. Reverse layup. Good. Orth has 4. Nice pass by Smith. 46-25. Stoker hands the ball off to Grimm. Here's a 3-point shot from the wing right, up and no good by Bernard. Offensive rebound, Emery. Under a minute left to play. 3-point shot, no good by Stoker. Rebound comes down to Orth. She goes to the ground, no whistle. We come the other way. Fast break, thrown away, turnover. Here comes Emery. 38 seconds left to play. 10 seconds difference on the shot clock.
Well, the fans on their feet for the Spartans in the student section. They're letting the Dinos have it, but it's been a hard-deserved win for Emery. They've played a fantastic game from start to finish.
Down to 15. They're just going to let the shot clock run down. Stoker will take it with 1 on the shot clock. Doesn't hit rim, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Ball goes over to Carbon with 6 seconds left to play.
Yeah, it looked like they were content to have the shot clock violation, but then a quick game of hot potato. No one wants to get that turnover whistled against them. Results in the shot, the air ball, and the violation.
Nice crowd here tonight at Emery. 5 seconds left to play. Smith. 2, 1. She'll just dribble it out, and that's the game.
Yeah, kind of content for surrender at that point. Not much you can do with 2 seconds left. Like Germany at the end of the World Wars, they just couldn't do anything. They couldn't find any action to get things through, and the Spartans come away with the 46-25 victory. And the fans on their feet in a much-deserved fashion, Sonny. It's celebration time here at the Spartan Center as they not only win Game 1 of the rivalry series, they dominate it.
So the Dinos go to 2-2. They now fall 2 games behind North St. Pete, who sits 4-0 in the region. Emery 3-1. Well, even though they lost to North St. Pete here the other night, they still remain just 1 game back.
Yeah, no, and the best part about that North St. Pete game is, Sonny, they played that one on the road. They get another chance at them here in the Spartan Center, and Emery showing tonight why they are ranked as highly as they are in the RPI in that third slot. The Dinos just couldn't find an answer after a very slow start in the first.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, it will be the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Once again, the final score, Emery 46, Carbon 25.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith. After 6 years as a nurse, I've learned that sometimes our bodies just need a little extra support. That's what IV therapy can do. It can help you bounce back quicker after an illness, recover faster after a workout, ease migraines, and even improve focus and energy. Think of it as giving your body a direct line to the hydration and nutrients it needs to feel its best. I'd love to help you find the right blend for your goals. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at wellness.iv.utah.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in Eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in Eastern Utah.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show tonight. Once again, the final score, the Emery Lady Spartans over the Carbon Lady Dinos, 46-25 here at Emery High School. And we'll take a look at some scoring by individuals. Aiden first, let's take a look at the Emery Spartans. Leading the way was Aaliyah Cowley. She had 18 points, 11 in the first half, 7 in the second. Dominated the paint all night long. Just a great night for her, 18 points.
That she did, Sonny. She adds on 5 rebounds and a block to continue her paint dominance. She was a potent presence throughout the night, and she made the Dinos pay for throwing smaller bodies her way, especially in one-on-one coverage. They tried to run some man. When they ran a trap against Aaliyah, that's when some trouble started, but for the most part, the Dinos just kept throwing single players her way, and as a result, they were dominated down low.
Addie Hurst had 8 points tonight, 5 in the first, 3 in the second. Megan Stilson with 8 points as well, 2 in the first and 6 in the second for a quarter total of 8 points. Megan Stilson does very well controlling this team and running this team when she has the basketball in her hands.
That she does. She conducts the offense so thoroughly. She's also a leader on the defensive side of things, but we've also seen her do some good jobs crashing the glass. She had 5 rebounds and 2 steals on the night to go along with her points. So, again, just another great night for Megan Stilson.
Carly Hurst finished with 7 tonight, 4 in the first, 3 in the second half. Then we had Guyman with 3, Stoker with 2 for the Emery Spartans for a total of 46 points. They shot 35 free throws tonight. They made 20 out of 35. Huge from the free throw line, 20 points. The Dinos, they scored 20 from the free throw line. The Dinos only shot 19 free throws total, so a big difference there. And then the turnover situation, they only had 13 turnovers tonight. When a high-paced game, high-paced game like this was tonight, 13 turnovers is not bad.
That's a pretty spectacular total for how fast things were running. And we talked about the big success early on that Aaliyah Cowley gave the Spartans, but you also have to give major props to Carly Hurst. She had 3 rebounds and 3 steals, all 3 of those steals coming on early on in the first quarter. She was instrumental in setting up a lot of those early points down low for Aaliyah.
95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Also, you can watch us on KSL, the KSL app, and YouTube as well. Let's take a look at the Carbon Dinos tonight. The leading scorer for the Dinos coming off the bench was Morley. She had 7 points in the ball game, 2 in the first, 5 in the second half.
And it was a good night for the bench of the Dinos. They did so much to try and get the things going. They came in, they provided a much-needed spark for Carbon, and ultimately, the starters really were lacking in scoring ability tonight, and it showed on that scoreboard.
Yeah. Natalie Cartwright had 5 points tonight for the Dinos off the bench, and Blythe Bradford had 5 points tonight off the bench for the Dinos as well. So the 3 leading scorers for the Carbon Dinos tonight coming off the bench.
And you talk about 2 players who were really stuffing the stat sheet. Natalie Cartwright, 5 rebounds and 2 steals. Blythe Bradford, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Both of them playing very big roles off the bench. So you got to like what you saw from them. Bradford, only a junior. Cartwright, a sophomore. So they have some hope for the future, and tonight it showed off the bench.
Orth finished with 4. Bailey Johnson with 4 for the Dinos. Smith with 1. Hopes with 1 for the Lady Dinos. They shot 19 free throws, made 7. 7 for 19 from the free throw line, and they had 19 turnovers on the night.
And you look at a comparison in terms of those non-scoring stats. A lot of them pretty neck and neck in terms of rebounds. Emery had 15 in the first, 14 in the second for a total of 29. Carbon out-rebounded Emery in the second half, got their total to 27, losing the battle ultimately. In terms of steals, Emery beats them by 3. Both of them, though, tripling their totals from half number 1. Emery had 4 in the first, 8 in the second for a total of 12. Carbon had 3 in the first half, a total of 6 in the second for a total of 9. Blocks both evened out at 2 apiece.
So the Dinos fall short tonight here at Emery, 46-25. Their next game will be on the 22nd. That'll be Thursday night. Well, they will travel to Union. Then on the 29th, they travel to North St. Pete. So they had kind of the opposite of the boys. Well, of course it will be because that's how the schedules are. But the boys had 4 home games. The girls have 4 road games in a row. So they will now go to Union and then North St. Pete, and then finish the season at home against Manti and Emery.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy stretch. It's not as fun when you're constantly on the road. You love that home court environment, but Coach Blank prepared them early on. We know we're going to be playing a long stretch of road games, so the bulk of the preseason was made up of those road away games, trying to get things settled for the Dinos early on.
Absolutely. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more on the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. Once again, the final score tonight here at Emery High School, Lady Spartans 46, Lady Dinos 25. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. Once again, the final score, 46-25. The Carbon Lady Dinos fall short to the Emery Lady Spartans tonight in region play. Carbon goes to 2-2. Emery goes to 3-1. Now, tomorrow night, we will be back home at Carbon High School, where the Emery boys will travel to Carbon to play us up there. So it'll be Carbon Emery again tomorrow night. So back-to-back games against Emery. I mean, does it get any better than this? I mean, the atmosphere tonight was great, and it's going to be great again tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's spectacular, Sonny. I love this time of the season because you get so much energy in the gyms, and it's a great community event as well, joining together, being able to really connect everyone with everyone through a love of sports, even non-sports fans coming out to check these games out. It's just a great opportunity for the community to unite for a good time. And, Sonny, we got more rivalry games coming up, as you mentioned, tomorrow on the boys' side, Carbon and Emery round 1 for region. And then on Thursday over on KOAL, we got more rivalry games, in-state rivals between USU Eastern and Snow College. Looking to continue their winning ways are the Lady Eagles. Trying to bounce back from a tough loss are the the men's team. So it's going to be a very interesting Thursday night and very interesting Wednesday night. Lots of basketball action to be had here on the Castle Country Radio family of stations.
Yeah, we'll take a look at tomorrow. And in the region play on the men's side, the boys' side, you have Union. They are playing very good basketball, 3-0. You have Emery 2-1, and you have Manti 2-1. You have Carbon 1-2, and you have North St. Pete 0-4.
Yeah, it's been an interesting start to the region slate. The Dinos falling in that overtime thriller to Manti last Friday night. Going to be a good time seeing that one round 2, but you got a full slate of region games following Wednesday's Emery start back over at home against Union, a team who very capable of being beaten. It's only a matter of not letting them shoot threes from everywhere. Ryan Oakey wreaking havoc, and Sonny, you know what's scary about him? He's only a junior. We got another year to try and deal with this kid and his sharp shooting.
Yeah, he went crazy against Carbon. He went crazy against Emery.
Yeah, I think a little more crazy against Emery.
Yes.
Anytime you see the phrase 10 threes in a game from a single player, you start questioning things.
But he came in the game at the Carbon game and hit 3 threes in like a minute.
Yeah, no,
and can change the complexion of the game when he came in.
Yeah, he has that impact, and it's something that you're gonna want. Now that you know what he's capable of, you're gonna be having a bit of a closer eye on him. But you also got to cover the rest of those Union players.
And then, as you said, USU Eastern coming up on a Thursday night. Snow College coming to town, and the Lady Eagles are playing great right now, 5-0. I mean, they're rolling.
Yeah, upsets over ranked teams. You got an upset over then number 5, College of Southern Idaho, number 21, Salt Lake Community College. They beat in-state rival Snow, which is always a tough game no matter how those teams are doing. So they're off to a hot start. USU Eastern, after their hot 14-game winning streak in the preseason leading into Scenic West play, things have kind of fallen apart. Things have gotten a little rough for the Eagles. I mean, you got then number 1 Snow College, who lost to CSI to fall to number 3 in the nation. You also lose to CSI, so they're trying to bounce back from a rough streak.
Yeah, the women, though, they're on a roll right now. When you make the Idaho trip and you come away with 2 wins, you have to be smiling. That's not an easy road trip.
No, that is not, because Idaho is just barren. It's desolate. It's one of the most boring drives you're ever going to have, and trying to be able to keep your mind straight and stay focused when you're driving so far in that empty land. It's a tall task alone.
Well, and then you're always going to play good teams because they're always tough.
Yeah, no, there's not much else to do out there besides play basketball.
Right. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have more of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Coach Blank is going to come up and talk to us. He just gave us the thumbs up, so we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to Coach Blank. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come on the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back into the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Again, the Dinos falling to the Spartans of Emery in region play 46-25. Joining us now in the Sutherland's broadcast booth will be Dinos head coach Jordan Blank. Coach Blank, always a pleasure to catch up with you. Thanks for taking the time as always.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
So that's a good Emery team we saw tonight on the floor, and it adds on to it that this was a rivalry game, so I'm sure emotions high coming in, and it showed early on a little bit of the nerves catching up to the girls.
Oh, absolutely, and that's something we got to work on and be better and know, okay, how do we, want to play this game first off, but then how do we manage emotions a little bit better, and that's something we'll learn and grow from and get better at. But overall, we hold Emery to 46 points defensively. I'm proud of what we did.
No, you got to be happy looking at the statistics of what you're able to accomplish. And it's a young team. You got lots of underclassmen stepping up in major ways. One area you got to be very impressed with outside of the defense today, though, is that bench production. I mean, you look at the likes of Blythe Bradford, of Elsie Morley. They stepped up in big ways. Natalie Cartwright too. Mm-hmm. All 3 of them had spectacular games coming off the bench. They provided a big spark when it felt like you guys needed it most.
Oh, absolutely. They did a great job. And our bench, we talked as coaching staff, our bench usually is our highest scorer, someone from the bench. And so I think that's a lot of just young talent in the works of how do I manage the pressure of starting versus not starting, and how do I manage that? And so it's coming, and it'll come with time. But kudos to Emery. They played great. We knew they'd come out and play us in that zone, and they kind of just rushed a lot of our stuff, and a couple girls felt a little bit rushed and a little timid, and that happens when you play Emery. They're long.
Yeah, no, they have that effect on people, but you guys kept up with them in terms of rebounding. You got out-rebounded in the first half by 3, but you come back, you out-rebound them in the second half. Just a good effort on the boards tonight for you guys.
Oh, absolutely, and we sit there and track the hustle stats. The girls dive on the loose balls. What did they do? We look at those things and say, you know what, like, yeah, the effort's there. We just got to hit shots. I mean, we go 0 for 16 for threes. I think our total shooting percentage when you add in threes, twos, and free throws was like 23% or something like that. So, I mean, we got really good looks. We just got to see the ball fall in, and that'll help us get in our press and do things like that.
You know, and sometimes on nights like this where it feels like those emotions are a little bit extra, that lid on the basket can seem extra large, but you guys have shown throughout the season you can bounce back very well from adversity. You played a very tough preseason slate, lots of road games there, and as you prepare for this upcoming stretch of the season, it feels like those road games are going to be a very important experience for these girls.
Oh, absolutely. It plays a big role, especially this region. It's anybody's ball game at any time, and so we'll see what happens. The nice thing is we get Emery again at our place. That's something our girls are already looking forward to. Same thing happened last year. We struggled. I mean, you kind of look at it in a way of like, golly, it's so intense. It's a rivalry game, and then our high just dropped right then, and we were kind of in a lull for a couple quarters, and so we got to manage that. But they're going to come to our place, and I mean, last year we beat them, and every time we expect to beat Emery, we expect to beat any team on the floor, and that's the nice thing with this team.
You know, in this region, it feels important that you take care of home court, and that's something you guys have done very well early on in the season. Wrapping up region round 1 tonight, round 2 starting on Thursday.
Yep.
Crazy to think about it, that this season just kind of flying by at this point.
Oh, it's incredible how fast it's moved, and so we'll see what happens. At this point it's 0-0 again. Like, we get a whole nother round of it and 0-0. Let's see what happens.
Now, as you look at these teams you've seen before, you know, those region leaders in North St. Pete, in Emery, but also those ones you've had close thrillers with in Manti and Union, what are you expecting from region round 2?
Same thing. It's going to be a fight every game. Like, honestly, I think every single game it's going to come down on the wire for us. That's the type of team we are, and so we need to practice that way and just get used to that and that feeling and be prepared for every single game.
Now, it feels like, especially on the defensive side of things, most nights you're able to really get opposing teams out of their elements. How do you approach defense as a coach going game to game?
Lots of film. But we do a great job with our 2-3 every once in a while. I think us throwing in a man defense and doing things, we do a great job with it, but we got to tell these young girls, even at the time when they get into middle school, bantam basketball, like, if man principles, if you can learn a man defense, every defense is the same.
You know, man to man is the foundation of everything you're going to do defensively in basketball. And, you know, I'm a big fan of man. I'm a very outspoken critic of zone defense, but tonight it's always good to see a blend of it. It's people who over rely on it that really get to me.
Oh, but if they do it well, it's great. And I mean, everybody in the state knows Emery boys and girls, they're going to play a 2-3, and it's hard as could be to plan for that and prep for it because they're so long, and that's what helps them. But, at the same time, I think we can use our athletic ability and kind of move things around and show different things, and that'll be our benefit.
And, Coach, before we let you go get back with the team, anything you want to leave Dino Nation off with?
Appreciate you guys, always supporting, always listening, all the hard work these girls put in. It's amazing what they do, and if you ever see them, just tell them how proud you are, because it means the world for them to hear that.
These girls deserve all the support in the world. Coach Blank, always a pleasure catching up with you. Thanks for taking the time again.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Again, Coach Jordan Blink joining us in the Sutherland's broadcast booth following tonight's rivalry contest against the Emery Spartans. Carbon falling 46-25 to Cross County rivals. Sonny joining me back here in the booth. Let's put the final touches on tonight's broadcast. That's a rough game for Carbon, but like Coach said, this is a young team. And it's a different element coming to Emery under these bright lights with the rivalry factor playing into it. It's one that you're looking forward to round 2 to see what the Dinos are able to do at home.
Yeah, you play twice. They get to play again. It'll be at Carbon, but they have games coming up before that. So they just got to put this one behind them. The games that are coming up are important. They're still in the region. They're 2-2. I mean, yeah, You just put this game behind you and you just move on. Yeah. I mean, Emery came out tonight, dominated the paint early on in the game, took a 10-0 lead, and it's hard to get back into a game when the momentum is that one-sided early on in the game.
Yeah, it is, and it's just a challenge overall with all those emotions coming into this contest. But like you said, you got to put this all behind now. Region Round 2 starts on Thursday with a showdown against the first region team in the Union Cougars, a team which the Carbon beat by a single point last go around, 56-55. Last second free throw by the Dinos elevated them there, hoping to put a little more sauce on that win, make sure it's a no-doubt thing.
Tomorrow night, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off. The boys of Emery will be down at our place at Carbon High School. Carbon Emery tomorrow night is going to be great. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off. Be with us here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. You could also watch us once again on KSL. Watch us on YouTube. So join us tomorrow as the Emery-Carbon matchup on the boys' side. Carbon Emery. So anything else, Aiden, before we call it an evening?
Go Dinos.
Go Dinos. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. The final score once again tonight, Emery 46 and the Carbon Dinos 25. Have a great evening.